I'm so bored and lonely, folks.
Hey, Gary. What's the matter, buddy? You look down.
Shucks, Andy. I'm just so bored and lonely. I haven't played any TTRPGs with my friends in so very long.
Well, why? I mean, have you invited them over?
It's just so hard to schedule a time for everyone to show up to my house. Now that Greg has kids, Jeremy has that new girlfriend. And now that Kevin moved away, all the way to the far west, not even the Midwest, it's very far from my house. It's so hard to find a time for me and all my friends to play D&D and other TTRPGs together.
That does sound difficult. Have you heard of Talespire?
What? Talespire? What's that?
Well, today is your lucky day, Gary, because Talespire lets you play tabletop RPGs online with your friends without compromising the feel of real tabletop with real miniatures.
Really? Well, shucks, how could you possibly play TTRPGs online? That seems preposterous.
I'm glad you asked. It can do all sorts of things. You and your friends can collaboratively build worlds together online in an instant.
I love building worlds, especially in The Sims when I have all my Sims get in the pool and delete the ladders. It's so fun.
As a player, you can manage multiple miniatures at the same time. You can manage your stats, you can use an ever-evolving emote system, you can roll dice right there in the world. You have control of your miniatures as players.
And I don't even need to wipe the Cheeto dust off my fingers to do it.
No, you don't.
Cheetos for everybody.
As the GM, you can set up beautiful worlds with cinematic shots and control these unbelievable soundscapes as you really immerse your players in the game.
Well, what if we don't want to play D&D? Sometimes that many rules makes my head start to spin.
Well, that's okay. Talespire is not tied to Dungeons & Dragons. Quite frankly, you can use any system that uses a grid. It'll fit right into Talespire, and you're good to go.
Well, shucks. Sounds like all I need is my keyboard and a computer and an AOL.com subscription. But Andy, I'm very fickle in my old age. What if I want to make changes mid-game?
Great question. There is no separation between playtime and build time. You want to make changes on the fly? You can. You can create and destroy your world at a moment's notice.
We could be like gods, horrible, malevolent gods that destroy existence with the click of a button?
I mean, if you want to think of it that way.
Just like The Sims! Andy, you must tell me how I can acquire Talespire. Surely there must be a link in the description, or else.
There is!
Oh, good!
You can check out the link in the description below. Talespire is still in early access, but you can check it out on Steam and start building worlds for your games today.
Become a malevolent god today! Click the link in the description!
Good evening, and welcome back to another episode of Stardust Rhapsody. We would absolutely love it if you could like this video, subscribe to our channel, and check that bell so you never miss an episode. And of course, while you're doing that, I am going to read some comments from episode 1 of Stardust Rhapsody. Quote number 1. It is insanely impressive that Chuckles' race, Motlian, doesn't have any results besides his wiki page. Is that interesting? That was pretty cool. Quote number 2.
Well done.
Love the Cowboy Bebop references. Rhett and Pike are automatically my favorite characters to start. Can't wait to be pleasantly surprised and make the others my new favorites as well.
No.
Quote number 3. Guys, this intro slaps so goddamn hard.
Yeah.
And number 4, the space fight was so cool. I could so easily picture all of the characters gearing up and getting into their ships like an anime opening. I loved it. Nice job, Mace.
Nice job, everybody. Yeah.
So, be sure to leave a comment below, and maybe yours will be picked next time. In the meantime, if you'd like to support the stream, make sure you check out our merch shop. Go check out our Patreon, of which we have tons of new changes coming. And lastly, go to thecrookedmoon.com so you can pre-order your copy of the book today. Thank you.
Now it's time to don your sunglasses. I forgot them. Grab your instruments and lend your cosmic chorus to our Stardust Rhapsody. Let's jam.
Some say the universe is a song, that all things are made from the same stuff as the stars, and that every life is a note in the music of existence that echoes through infinity. So when you feel insignificant and alone, just remember, we're all irreplaceable parts of that grand cosmic melody, the Stardust Rhapsody.
Space. If you listen close and open yourself up to it, you can hear destiny itself reach beyond the stars and call you to adventure. However, when the group of the Rhapsody listens close, all they can hear is the fading cries of a dying world. The Rhapsody cuts a slow but purposeful path through space. You remind yourselves of the mission that set you on this course in the first place. Rex Maxim. What he stole from the boss. You have the key. Will that be enough? I suppose we'll soon find out. You sail off into space after quickly leaving Nightingale, watching as the Empire dispensed its form of judgment. You plot your course to a meeting with the boss, Rex having just escaped. You're still working out exactly if what you have will be what's needed to fulfill your bounty. What happens next is up to you.
In space.
In space.
What space happens in space next? In space,
What happens next is in space, up to you.
Just every other word just has to be space as we're talking.
Yeah.
I space, think space, we space, should space.
It's like big Latin, but so much worse.
That's right.
So we're on the ship, right?
Yeah. I actually forgot to finish that sentence in my prep work, so I was like, oh, fuck.
I'll
just say what Derek says, that way they'll know it's transitioned over.
Has it been like days? Because I think it was going to take like
I
a
would
week or
say
two
at this
to
point,
get to.
At this point, it has certainly been at least several days. I think you were still working out exactly. You were heading to meet with the boss to turn in what you had from Rex, but you were still working out exactly how you wanted that to look. What were you going to say? What were you going to do? But it was at least a week journey to get.
May I take a long rest?
What's our
absolutely? You may.
What's our food and money situation look like over the course of that week?
It's looking grim. With no W. With no silent W.
To help accommodate the rations, I'm wondering if it would be possible for me to make my way to the exterior of the ship, literally pull myself out onto the hull, and what space rust may have accumulated on the surface of the ship. I give it a clean and nourish myself in this way. Is that something mechanically that I...
Doing the worm.
The answer could be no.
Absolutely.
That's outrageous, Derek.
That is outrageous, Derek, and yes, I'll allow it. Yeah. You may schloop about the hull of the ship, the aft, I believe.
That aft is squeaky clean by the time I'm finished with it.
I licked the aft clean. It's 2023. We eat aft now.
Hey, Rhett, remind me to never let Chuckles order 400 credits worth of pizza ever again.
That was too much pizza.
You get disadvantage.
I mean, to be fair, I was piloting the ship. Someone else could have reviewed his fucking order before he punched it. That's all I'm gonna say.
We just kept hitting order. We got space lasagna pizza. It's crazy. What is that?
Space lasagna pizza is my favorite. I just could only have one slice.
You stacked 10 of them up together and called it one space lasagna pizza.
Chuckles is always talking about how it goes right to his thighs.
Is the pizza still there?
Oh, I think we just bagged it all up. Danny, do you want to get some space pizza?
I love the space pizza.
Oh, the space lasagna pizza. The shop called it the Garf Thulu.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Okay. Can you heat it up? Oh, yeah, you have laser eyes. There you go.
I like the sizzling cuppy pepperonis.
Oh, the cuppy ones. Nice. I love the cuppy ones.
I will have been waiting for LaBouche to come back in. And sort of these last few days, I've been giving him space to kind of deal with everything he's gone through, which has been a lot. And so I'm kind of waiting for a time to approach LaBouche so we can sort of debrief, see how he's doing, and then that sort of stuff. So I'm kind of hanging around, waiting for a moment to chat with him.
We are going to the rendezvous spot currently, correct? I'll say. All right, Pike, you got the key, right?
Yep.
How are we gonna message this? Well, gang, what do we think? We should have a damn good fucking excuse as to why Rex escaped.
Well, we were attacked by the Empire. We could say that during the chaos, he managed to get away. We don't have to say he got out of the ship because we forgot to check him for, tools to use to get out. But, we had him on the planet. We were on the way back to the ship. The Empire shows up. Bob's your uncle, and that's it. We've lost. We've lost him.
I mean, I think that's exactly what we do. And then we add in if that's not like, after we say Bob's your uncle, and he's like, wait a minute, I don't have an uncle named Bob. And we're like, well, how about Jeffrey? And he's like, no. Well, how about Gerald? And after we go through all of the names, then we say, hey, your buddies are the Empire, and they came and fucked it all up. We had it under control until they blew up where we were.
I mean,
Is that too aggressive?
do we want to fucking accuse them of that to their face?
I guess he is a murderous mobster.
I mean, I doubt that, even the people that work for him know that. And I feel like his paid goons wouldn't think too kindly about that.
My proposal is that Kavir acts like nothing was wrong, and we have everything that he asked for, and just see if we get away with it. Honestly.
I'll reach into my jacket pocket and pull out the key. And as we're talking, I'm kind of like twirling the key between my fingers, just like watching it like dance over my fingers, and I'll kind of like pause it to the group.
Give me one of these.
Yeah, spin it. I'll do the Derek trick as I'm spinning around my thumb, but then I'm like letting it dance between my fingers, and I think I pause it to the group. I say, you gotta wonder though. The boss wanted this key back pretty badly. It makes me wonder what's actually in that safe. Now, I'm not suggesting that we do anything rash here, but you gotta think what's in the safe is worth more than what the bounty was being offered for, right?
Can I ask a question out of character real quick? Mm-hmm. Was it a key specifically that he asked us to get, or just whatever Rex had?
I don't think he told us what was stolen
Correct.
Before
Right.
we encountered Rex.
He did not. The bounty was specifically for Rex to be returned alive and for any stolen goods he had on his person.
What I'm concerned about is if we get there and the boss decides not to deliver on his bounty because we lost Rex, well, we still have the key.
We do?
I think he's gonna take the key back either way. But you fucking hold on tight to that thing. Because we're gonna get paid, even if it's fucking 10%.
Well, or what happens if the safe just happens to walk out of the boss's office?
There's nothing saying that Rex didn't escape with what he had.
Alright?
I'm just giving an idea. Come on, like I said, I don't want to be rash here.
Look, we don't do that anymore, okay? We're upstanding bounty hunters. It's all above board, it's all perfectly legal by the Empire's fucking laws, alright?
Sure, but we show up with half a bounty or no bounty. What's the big difference? Maybe we get what's in the safe after. That could be the key to all of this. It could be the key to everything we've dealt with so far.
I'll give the key one more twirl and kind of catch it in my hand, and then I'm looking at Kavir, and you can tell that I'm like kind of agreeing with you deep down, but I'll look to Rhett and just say, all right, boss man.
Your stomach rumbles.
I tuck the key back in my jacket pocket, and you audibly hear my stomach growl, and then I just kind of like scowl a little.
Look, what I'm saying is that let's hear him out. And if he's gonna give us some kind of reward, let's hand it over and move on to the next fucking job. Alright? And if he fucking gives us trouble, then maybe y'all can, pull some mental gymnastics and convince me to, commit to thievery. But until then, let's just fucking assume we're gonna get paid and move on. This guy's a dangerous fella. Y'all understand that, right?
But
Yes.
what if what we're giving... Oh, go ahead.
Yes, but what do you think is in the safe, the chest?
Probably lots of fucking money, gems, gold, who knows what the fuck. DNA, genomes, I don't know.
DNA genome?
Could be contracts, records, proof of all
Jackson?
sorts of stuff. Well, it certainly could be.
Gosh, you think that there's, along with genomes, he also has H-gnomes in there? I have a phobia of those guys.
What is an H-gnome?
An H-gnome? Oh, you don't want to know, Dandy.
Okay.
They're the stuff of nightmares.
If it relates to Jackson, is that something we really want him to have? We've seen a lot of disturbing things happen recently, and we still don't know what's happened to the bush. Maybe there's something in there that gives us a clue.
Yeah. And maybe instead of trying to steal the case, the chest, whatever it is, do we know what it is?
It's a safe.
It's a safe. It's a safe. Instead of trying to steal the safe, what if we just open it and see what is in there and leave the safe there? Stealthy, you
See
know?
if it's worth it.
Like Chuckles. Squeak, squeak.
Oh,
squeak,
yes.
Squeak.
Master of stealth.
It's certainly an option. If I know anything about the boss, though, it probably has some sort of security measures, which is the only reason I suggested it not being in his office before we open it. There's an option there. I'm as curious as the rest of you of what he could possibly be hiding. I mean, think about how much he's paying for this. Whatever's in there's got to be worth 10 times that, at least to him.
That's true.
Maybe it is not his safe?
Yeah. That's it. Do we know if this kind of key is for like a safe, like a lockbox you'd see at like a train station in spy movies, or like
We see the safe
like
in
a
his
locker
office,
bank
or-
of type of safe?
You don't actually know what the key goes to.
Oh,
You're
we're
not-
assuming.
Yes, we are. We're making a lot of
Very
assumptions.
cool.
You'd also remember that you had specifically asked him to meet at a rendezvous point that was not the space station.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you do not intend on going back to the office, at least as of this point.
Additionally, do we get the sense, because we had that experience when we were in the temple, pyramid operation, Ziggurat, space Ziggurat, sure. You recall
Space
we
Ziggurat.
suddenly got like transported to the room, and then like
Yeah.
Do we
I
feel?
recall.
Do I feel that that's real? Like we're gonna show up and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, you guys popped into existence," and then like, is that gonna be something that we need to confront and talk about, or does it just seem like that was a timey-wimey, spacey, wacy?
Yeah, because wasn't that like a few minutes, a few seconds after we had left is technically when we like reappeared?
Right.
So it was like a time thing.
Right. Yeah. So did that? Do we suspect that happened? Is there a way to insight check that moment in our lives?
You could roll a Arcana check.
Oh. Plus 0.
I was gonna say
with the best rolling dice
Come
in
on,
history.
baby.
It's gonna happen.
Big money.
This is the one. This is the one we need.
Is it a fucking one?
I cannot believe this.
You cannot make this. Who else but LaBouche?
Oh my.
Who's the fuck with all the bad luck? LaBouche.
That is fucked up, man.
I just sink into my seat.
Is
You just start drooling.
LaBouche, are you back from eating space thrust?
Real quick, oh man, you think back on that moment in the space ziggurat in the basement, the experience you went through, touching whatever you touched beyond the wall.
Yeah, my mind goes to that place before I even think about that.
And how
a second
it just almost in an atomic level dismantled you.
Yeah.
Right? And that from start to finish, kind of that whole experience. And it is very hard to think back on anything in that moment and disassemble what was reality and what was construct, if either was either.
Yeah. And then my mind would continue to dwell, go to the dark place, and start thinking about that experience. And LaBouche has been quiet for this week, you know? Even though he's usually surly and jaded, it's always been about the cosmos and its peculiarities and his strangeness in that fish out of water style. This feels like he's dwelling. He's grumbling it.
Are you still like infected or visibly like have the like darkness in you?
So I don't think I visibly have any distinction. I still look like LaBouche, but only since the Weaver suppressed whatever's inside of me.
Okay.
He couldn't heal me. He couldn't
draw
take it
it
out
out.
or draw it out.
Yeah.
But instead,
He sealed the nine tails in you.
yeah.
The Weaver attempted
literally
to
what it is.
remove the whatever had affected LaBouche, and he said something along the lines of that the corruption exceeds even his abilities, and so he couldn't separate the two, but he was able to contain it within him.
I was there for that.
Yeah, you were standing right there.
But it's and I think it's an important question. Like I have my armor on most of the time. Typically, when I have my armor on, you just see like the eyes and some of the neurons here, but they stretch out through my whole body for sensing and sensory. Do I have like a nodule or something on me that like I'm aware of, or is it like completely
Like it's
invisible
contained
even
somewhere.
to me? Like if I go searching for it, can I feel a suppressed something?
Like a worm.
Roll an Arcana check.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm not.
It's just a grab.
It's gonna be a
It's like
zero.
a skin tag, but it's black.
Oh, it's fucking.
You're gonna discover a side.
I would've
of that
spent
deep
roll-
that's
dwelling.
blank.
Okay. I would say roll an Arcana check at advantage.
That's not gonna help.
Under 5.
2 and 3.
From worst to first, baby.
And a 13. Auspicious.
Wow.
Auspicious.
Well done, brother.
My God.
Also, for frame of reference at any point, for
Skill
you,
issue.
I need to know exactly what numbers you roll. on your
13
dice.
flat, no mod, and 20 flat, no mod. So both a natural and a dirty 20.
So over this period of week, when you search within yourself and you attempt to explore, and you may have moved amongst your form before, you're very connected to every aspect that there is. And you've searched and searched to try and find something additional. But you don't find something additive. You do, however, find a space within you where you feel almost like something is missing.
Oh God.
Like like if you were to look at a picture, and otherwise it's perfect, except there's just one blank spot. You can see it You can see it totally. But just like one dead pixel.
Yeah.
And an otherwise perfect.
It's like the blind spot
Picture.
that we all technically have on where our retinas are for each
Yeah.
eye. That's always
And
really
every time you try and look at it, it moves just out of the frame of whatever you're trying to capture.
I've got floaters.
Every time you try and
I
focus
hate
on
those
it, it shifts just briefly.
Okay. With a natural 20, that's as good as it's gonna fucking get. So I know all the things that I need to know now. Thank
Wow. Okay. Well.
Did you bring up anything regarding that to the group, or was that just...
No, you would have noticed, and I think you'd be especially attuned to my silence. The difference of the silence being what would normally be surly is now instead like pensive and maybe even fearful.
Fearful.
Well, if we're all in agreement, then I guess we're gonna meet at the rendezvous point and just present what we have to the boss.
I don't think there's any other way to go about it that doesn't risk us getting fucking blown to smithereens.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Damned if we do, damned if we don't.
Okay, just one more idea. I know I am not the smartest one in our family. I mean, my int is quite low. It may be negative. But do you think it is possible that we blip into the casino room, see what is in the safe or mysterious key thing? Because if we tell Mr. Bossman that we're meeting him somewhere else, and then instead we go to the casino first, he will not be there. And then we could look into the safe and get the plans for maybe Jackson, so that nobody has them ever again. Burn them, shred them.
How does one blip into his office?
I do not
guess?
know. We did that once, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't really under our control, and we don't really know if it's real. And the Boosh rolled a natural one, trying to figure out what was going
Okay,
on.
never
Although
mind.
flipping through the galaxy, at least through the Hawkweave, is very imprecise in the way it may turn into a circus in there, figuratively and literally.
Okay. Well, thank you for trying to follow your dumb robot friend.
It was a good idea.
I think it's a good idea.
Thank you,
Also,
Kabir.
and I think that if it was on the way, I was like, how far is it? Well, I presume it's like in the other direction of
Three
space.
exits the other direction.
There's also a chance that when we get to the rendezvous point, the boss isn't even there. He might just send his lackeys.
Or the key might not even be what he's looking for.
Can we make a fake key?
Why are we trying to steal from this guy?
I agree. I'm a little nervous.
He's a client.
No.
He might have future bounties.
You're right.
You're the
Old,
professional, Laboosh.
old habits die hard, all right? Just, cut me a break here.
But we at least have to get to him. Because otherwise he's probably going to hunt us down. And that's going to be a lot more painful, I imagine.
Exactly right. Let's just turn it over. Let's talk to him. Hold on to it, and then once we get fucking paid, you hand it over.
Sounds like a plan.
And if it still gets into a heated argument, we can always propose a trial in the way that the Motleans settle disagreements, which is with a game of neon dystopian cybernetic Street Fighter 2.
That does sound fun.
But it's been so long since you played.
I'm an expert. It's like riding a space bike, Kavir. It's like riding a space bike. Just put me in. Put me in one-on-one. I'll beat their best. I'll beat their best champion.
All right, well, at least we have a backup.
That's our backup.
Hank, bring her in, and I hit a button, and then Space 70s and 80s rock starts playing over the intercom. And I turn it up really loud.
So we're heading to
To the rendezvous.
El Boss.
Yeah.
I'll walk up and start figuring out how to navigate to our rendezvous point.
And you do so. Unless you wanted to take a moment, you would have had time to connect with.
Yeah, I'd actually like to, if we're all kind of sort of doing our own thing.
Yeah, I would have found my way back to my room. I spent a lot of time there.
Yeah.
And you can find me. I'm as soon as you open, I'm like making sure that my armor is as pristine as possible.
Yeah. So I'll knock and be like, "Hey, buddy. What's how you doing?"
Kavir. I'm fine. Everything is okay.
I know you say that, but I've known you long enough to know that something is not fine. Everything's at least not fine.
Well, I have this thing inside of me. It's like something is missing. I don't know what to do. Something as powerful as that creature that we met. It couldn't do a thing for me. And you saw how powerful that creature was. I am lost.
The Weaver was powerful, but maybe it wasn't a power that he was intended to control. Maybe it's something that only you have a connection to. That's something to consider. This may be bigger than all of us.
This sounds like false hope. I found something there in the ice. Not with the there in the ice. And it is attached to me. I could change. I could put everyone on this ship in danger. I could put you in danger.
That is okay. It's possible that something found you instead. But I know hope hasn't always been your strong suit. I know everything is larger than us, and your view is always a little bit skeptical. But it's possible that something found you, and we're going to figure this out together. I won't let anything happen to all of us, especially you. Regardless, we'll figure it out together.
I wanted to explore space, to find new worlds, and instead I find this. You don't have any way of turning back time, undoing all of this, do you?
Not that far, and not without extreme consequences. I can't do that again.
It figures.
But time, just going backwards doesn't help. We have a lot of time going forward to make a difference, to make a change, to figure out what's going on.
If I start to get worse, I need to show you how to stop me. How to do to me again what it did to me, but not reassemble.
You know, I won't do that unless it's absolutely called for, but if that is the only way, then...
I know I can trust you with this.
Of course.
Thank you, my friend. You have always been here for me.
And I always will be.
I'll turn my helmet, put on my gauntlets, sort of puff my chest up. Feel better. And my arm will stretch out and pull you across the room into a big fucking bear hug. Thank you.
There he is. There he is.
When we talk about this, you can't squeeze too hard.
Oh yes, yeah. Let's get into the cockpit. We have to go.
Yes, let's go.
I'm like crying as I watch this, glowing a little like pinkish red.
And then we'll head back.
And I have more of a spring in my step.
Yeah, tissue, you good?
Well, yes and yes. You make your way to the rendezvous point with the boss, and as you pull in, you see a large, circular, almost like a saucer-shaped, golden ship flying in space, awaiting your arrival. Looks like it could have just come off of the space station that it had been docked at, Space Sector 777, flown out itself to meet you in deep space. And you are invited to dock. You call in, you make the right connections, beep boop boop beep, things extend, metallic handshakes are made, and you enter. You step. The doors whoosh open as you walk into the ship of the boss, and you are here to make your rendezvous. You walk down a short hallway, once again with doors just at the very end, just a bit of a boarding plank, as the doors swoop open again, and you see a lavish lounge stretched out in front of you, and on a couch far too large for him lays lazily the boss, in the same outfit you had seen him in before, never not dressed to impress.
Before we go any farther, Chuckles, you can't talk to any of the repair robots in the hangar. That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
I'm like midway challenging one of the repair bots to Neon Dystopian, Cybernetics Street Fighter 2. I play a mean Giles. Oh, what? We'll talk later.
Cosmic boom.
Dang it, I was gonna say that.
Kavir, you want to introduce us? You're better at this than we are.
Oh, sure, yes. Hello, Big Boss. It's us again, as you can see. We're back.
Well, if it isn't my favorite bounty hunters.
That's so nice to hear.
Yeah. Well, you're the only bounty hunters I know. It's not a long list, all right?
Well, top of the list is good.
Well, that's good
Still,
to know.
yeah.
Yeah, what I sent you out for? I only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you.
We ran into a little bit of a problem. We found Rex. And as we were taking him back to our ship, unfortunately the Empire found us.
Everyone roll a group perception check.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I'm good at perception.
Oh, I needed my ret dice. Here.
We got 20 twists.
Yeah,
I'm gonna twist
I'm
it.
gonna
I'm
twist
twisting it.
21.
Twisting too. Ooh. 24.
18.
Shit.
All right, 3 good ones, 1 shit.
13.
13.
Half good, half bad.
Yeah, okay, so the half of you know who you are, would look at the boss and at the mention of running into trouble, or even just running into any kind of connection with the Empire, immediately he sits up in the couch and he'll slick his ears back and look for just a moment visibly uncomfortable before he regains himself.
I take it that's not good news for you. But unfortunately, during all of the chaos that the Empire caused, we barely made it out, and Rex escaped from us.
What do you mean he escaped? They get a hold of him?
I don't know.
They get a hold of any of you? Any of you talk to him?
No, we never interacted with the Empire at all. We were able to make it away, but during all the chaos on the planet and the shooting and the Freud-Leven, there was running, and he made it out. He escaped from us. He got separated.
I'd lean over
We
to
barely
Chuckles.
made it out.
Laven. Oh, and Mr. Boss, also, there's no way the Empire would have gotten their hands on us because I'm kill on sight. I would have been DOA.
Well, it's
I'm alive still.
It's oddly reassuring.
Cool.
Look, he got out before the Empire descended upon us. He was able to slip away in the chaos of their approach. He's not talking. He's not incarcerated. He's free doing what fucking Rex Maxim does.
Was it just ships they sent to the planet?
There was a robot? A giant suit of armor.
No, you fuck.
And not just one. There were, I think, a bunch of them flying around.
It was a planet killer.
Oh, they sent one of the knights. Oh.
Did have a big axe or something.
At the mention of this night, I will just reach into my pocket, pull out a cigarette, and attempt to light up in his office or his room and see if I'm stopped.
It's like the 80s. Everyone's
You wouldn't stop it. It is like the 80s in here.
Space age.
He's like,
It's constantly space
can I get one of them?
And you do so. You put the cigarette to your lip. I'd say even just like with your solar elf abilities, you can light easily the end of the tip and take a long draw. So we got away, not held on to by the Empire, you say?
Yeah. Do you perchance have an idea of where else he might be hiding? We could give it another shot.
Yeah, fucking guy. Rex. No, I got no clue where he's at. That's what I sent you schmucks for. Anyway, you have anything on him?
We did pull something off. And I'll just sort of like motion to Pike.
I look to Rhett. I take a long drag on my cigarette. I reach into my pocket. I produce the key. I let it dance between my fingers and I stick it back in my pocket.
The second you make the key visible, he'll raise his hand, and for a moment you'll see the golden rings that he wears shine. And as you're twirling it between your fingers, it'll zip from your fingers.
Wow.
Good thing we didn't have Kavir swallow the key.
You should have put it in me.
Oh, so I assume that key is what you were looking for all this time.
Well, just a little bit of good news, I guess.
What in the fuck?
Knowing the absolute devastation that this gauntlet-esque rings have, there's definitely a level of like nervousness that Pike would feel, but again, like trying to remain as stoic and cold as ice as possible, and just taking a long drag on his cigarette. I wouldn't make any motion to try to hold on to the key. I wouldn't do anything,
Like
I
try
wouldn't
and
make
grab
any
it as it
furtive
goes,
movements
yeah.
or anything. Yeah, I let it go.
Almost like you were expecting. Is that what you were looking for?
Well, this is one of the things I was looking for. He stole the key, but what's more worrisome is what he knows. That's why I need him back.
Well, if it's any consolation, I'm sure it's just a matter of time before we cross paths with him again.
Well, I'll say this. For the key, 20,000 credits. I promised you 100 for Rex alive and what he had on him. For this, you get 20. You bring me Rex, I'll give you the rest.
20%?
20%?
Could an argument be made for 30?
I wouldn't hate 30.
It is technically 1/3 of what you wanted.
We got ship repairs. We didn't escape the Empire totally unscathed. And hopefully we can, running out of food, frankly.
We ordered way too much pizza.
I have to hear about this.
Roll persuasion check at disadvantage. Okay, roll.
Oh no, Kavir! We all have permanent disadvantage.
That's standard.
19.
Well, I don't know anything about fucking pizza. Let me tell you, I'll never order food again.
It had those little cuppy pepperonis.
I
tried the Darth
You can never have too much pizza, but
It was really good. Fine. You know what? You've been good earners from me. 30%. I give you 30,000 credits. And 70 when you bring me Rex. I even throw in an additional 10. We'll call it 80.
that's very gracious of you. Thank you.
Not a problem.
And just to clarify, so that we're all on the same page. All you need is Rex. You don't need anything else he's holding, anything else he's carrying. No technology or knowledge or research or nothing. Just him.
Just what he's got in his head. So he needs to be breathing.
That was my second question. My first question you already answered.
I think
I get a little elaborate.
Go on.
Yes, Chuckles.
Right.
Okay. Well, I think that's in our wheelhouse. As much as some of us may struggle to deliver on that part, I think we can overall.
How does he know so much? That'll help us track him down.
Yes.
Good question, Chuckles.
Well, it's no mistake he had that key on him, and that key gave him access to information that should never have been his. And so, that key protects something very dear to me. And he now knows what that is. And for that, I gotta kill him myself.
Oh,
What other interested parties might there be? It might help us lead to Rex.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the contract's exclusive, but if you can't close it out in the next couple of days, there are going to be nothing but interested parties looking for him.
Well, there are contracts and there are people that he has information that others would like. Maybe under the table contracts. People that are looking for him but don't necessarily want others looking for him.
Like other enemies.
Yes.
Well, let me put a couple of my goons on it, see if I can't drum up some information for you.
That could help us find him.
Do you have any ideas where he might be going next, given what he knows?
If he's acting on any of his knowledge, well, that's not going to help him.
We'll figure it out. We're bounty hunters. We're used to it. We don't necessarily need leads.
but they help. They're nice to have.
I mean, yeah, they're very nice to have. Saves us a lot of time.
Yeah. Listen, I'll drum up what I can, okay? I'm not going to send you out there blind. I'll see what I can do within the networks to see if I can get any kind of inroad on him. But as for right now, all I know is he left the planet fucking blasted by the Empire. With yous. How the fuck am I supposed to know where he's at? I'll see if I can't track him down. You get a lead or two.
Okay.
All right? I mean, geez, what am I paying you for?
Well, you hired Thurners. What do you want?
I like this guy. Come have some gabagool.
Yeah, oh!
That's as good a start, I think, as we can hope for.
And
I
listen,
had a big pizza breakfast.
Never mind. You fucking choke on the pizza, you dumb son of a bitch.
His rings start glowing.
at the end of the day, a guy like Rex is not going to stay quiet for long. It's only a matter of time before he slips up and makes himself known.
Or find someone that's willing to pay for the information.
Well, when you put it like that, the next big pot I know that's out there for grabs is the big raceway next week. 1 million credit Grand Prix to the winner. If he's any good with the ship, if he's quick, he might be looking into that.
That sounds like a deal.
That is a lot of pizza.
Imagine how much Garthulu we could eat.
Can we stop saying the word pizza? I've had pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 3 weeks.
You're welcome.
You do seem happier.
Yeah. It's great. There's no better meal to play neon dystopian cybernetic Street Fighter 2 with. It's classic. It's nostalgic. Excuse me, Mr. the Boss, sir. We were just going. The raceway. Actually, we were letting you finish about the race.
That's true. Where is this Grand Prix? Grand Prix.
Well, you know, that's at I almost said the Rainbow Road, but that's not it. That's just kind of how you get there.
The Prismatic?
Yeah.
Prismatic path.
Prismatic Path Raceway. I'll upload the coordinates, but like I said, that's not for a week or two. So you have to kill some time some other way before you head on over there.
I mean, we can look around. We're not just going to sit on our hands. So, I mean, and it's a total shot in the dark whether he shows up for that race or not.
That's true.
Is he a renegade race car pilot? Did I miss this backstory?
I mean, you saw him on the speeder.
Oh yeah, he's pretty fast.
He's pretty good. Are any of us
was
very
fast.
like proficient in racing, or like ship navigate or flying ships?
Well, I would say that you would know.
Hank.
Hank,
But like in like a deft, like I'm a smuggler, but I don't,
You would know that out of the lot of you, the most deft you've seen in space combat so far has been Pike.
Okay, makes sense. I knew that answer when I asked. I just need to confirm.
But all of you are exceptional
Pretty darn good.
pilots.
Yeah, this is
Except for me.
amazing.
Well,
Yeah, now this.
I just show up in a
fly.
bigger, large suit, and scramble around ships like a monkey. I don't know how to fly.
You just juggernaut through ships.
It's the embodiment of I'm gonna put on this bigger suit so I can get close to you and beat the shit out of you in space.
So I guess we now need to find a way to best use our time, as either we head to this prismatic pathway race or finding Rex.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, you'll transfer the credits to my space bank.
In your space bank.
Thank you, sir.
Not a problem.
All right, gang. Let's get to work. And I'll just sort of nod, and I'll turn, and I'll start heading back to the Rhapsody.
When as we're getting on the ship, I have a kind of a meta question for you and for Rhett. How often would you say, in the history of Rhett and I being bounty hunters, would the outcome of the bounties be these people are jailed versus they are executed?
I would say pretty off, like in your journey specifically, or like
yes. Like how often do we know for a fact that these people that we're turning over, like, are mostly going to jail? But how often have we taken bounties where we know the outcome is that someone's going to be executed?
I would say that pretty often you don't often accept a bounty. That like it would be the distinguishment between a bounty and a hit. To determine you're going with the express purpose to kill someone. As opposed to you're going with the express just this person comes back or needs to be stopped. Like the means are up to you. I would say you've probably leaned more towards the jailing aspect, but through classic means, you force a doctor to say something he says he can't say and his neck explodes.
Right. Of course,
everyone's been there.
Of course, yeah. It's just never did it in its life.
So many times.
That is that is kind of what I assumed, but I wanted to make sure. Okay. No, that's all I needed to know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm headed back.
All right, goodbye.
Yeah, we're all following. We're following.
And you turn, you make your way, and you're walking, you're heading down the hallway. You get door opens. You head down the pathway. Door opens once again. You make it back onto the Rhapsody, and you check your bank account to see the deposit, and you see 8,125 credits have been deposited into your bank account. You get an itemized receipt. You confirmed it there. You get.
I checked this 5 minutes ago.
18,875 credit bill for a pre-order of a lifetime supply of space Keurig pods, and then 3,000 credit order for an entry into the Super Neon Galactic Street Fighter 2 tournament that it has shown up as a no-show.
Chuckles.
What happened?
Damn
Dandy! Why would you get all of those coffee pods for a beautiful, convenient, delicious coffee machine? You are known for your love of coffee, Dandy. I'm so disappointed. Rhett's money is very valuable as money, Dandy.
Listen, Chuckles, I did not buy coffee. I wanted to buy pizza. I am sorry, Rhett. I wanted to buy pizza. Again.
I propose we kill Chuck.
I propose we kill... No. I would never.
You're right, Dandy. You would never lie to Rhett. Glaboosh! What? How could you enter the local tournament scene and just do a no-show?
I'm carrying the crate of Keurig pods, right? And all of them say Space Spice on the side of them. They're decaf.
No!
What do you mean? This Street Fighter? I don't know what you're talking about.
Was nobody watching them? Fucking god damn it.
Oh,
I specifically told him not to talk to anyone. Which I realize now means nothing.
I gotta say that those robots really need to not take spoken word as legally binding and purchase it. Maybe we can get a refund.
They ask every time. They say, "Do you confirm this purchase?"
Twice.
Well, like in the moment, you kind of want to. It feels real good to say, yeah, sure.
Where did you order it from? Beta Prime?
Oh, I don't even know.
Space Beta?
Space Beta, I that's probably, honestly. I didn't know that his mechanic boss was also like a kiosk. I think his name was Sky Mall.
Next time you're locking them up in the brig, all right, Pike? I mean,
that was really well last time.
This is barely gonna cover fuel.
Fuel to where? We don't even know where we're going yet.
Well, we
Yeah,
got.
I would say in the same way, the ship has been refueled. You've been restocked with food, so you're not like totally.
He threw all that in for free with the Keurig.
Yeah, with a bonus of 20,000 credits worth of a lifetime order of Keurig, he gassed you up.
Yeah.
You know? So you have you're not in dire straits, but you know if you don't you won't make it to the race if you don't come up with a couple extra bucks.
Okay, yeah, Labouche, let's put them all next to our coffee machine. Oh, fuck, I forgot it was broken.
No, it got fixed, right?
It's all worthless.
No, it didn't get fixed.
I grab one of the pods and I give you just like the surliest fucking look, and I pull the cap off and I just like drink the fucking you see all the rounds going straight. Yeah. I darken a little bit.
You drink a little water and then you just squeeze it out your arm like a slow drip.
Yeah. There you go. I can French press it. That's funny.
Oh, literally.
A French press. That's fantastic.
It's just so organic.
Golly. Gosh, that's good.
At least it was not those fishes.
I
Those wall fishes?
No, it was the mini bass.
Those wall, yes, the really bad.
I like it. I nervously walk over trying to delete the Spirit Decemberween purchase.
The fish.
I'm like stepping in front of it. Like before I get to the console.
Escape this hell.
Well,
Gosh, that's funny.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? We can see what the boss comes up with in terms of intel. In the meantime, we can look for another job.
Made work.
And maybe call around to some folks we know to see if they know anything about where Rex might be.
Didn't he take our van ship?
Yeah, he fucking did.
What if we call around and ask if anyone has seen the ship?
Is the tracker working?
No, I couldn't afford the tracking device on it.
can we make it back to the casino? We could gamble.
No, we're
We could gamble!
We could gamble!
We could gamble!
We're not gambling! We have 8,000 credits. That would last us about 15 fucking seconds.
That was so fun, Red!
It was so fun, Red! And do you know how, if we win big, we can turn those 18,000 into 118,000 credits?
8,000.
18,000 is what you spent.
8,000 into 800,000.
We
Wait,
could play
what did you buy
space
for 10,000
blackjack.
credits?
Look, it's gambling's all fun when you're gambling somebody else's money, all right? But as soon as it's the last 8,000 credits we have, we're not gambling.
Plus, you know as well as we all do that they cheat. It's not fair.
Like that one time you played space blackjack.
That's exactly right.
Well, I don't know about whatever dealers of space blackjack you were dealing with, Pike, but I know that Larry Lobster of Larry Lobster's Lobster Mania 2 would never cheat me.
Anybody with a sharp eye can see that those dealers are crooked all the way through.
It's true. It's the only way that I can't use my tricks is because they're already using them.
Oh, you're right. Well, I guess we'll just have to tighten our belt and not spend money.
This is a real character developing moment for you, Chuckles.
Oh,
I'm proud
I guess
of you.
so.
All right.
Chuckles, help us find Rex, and we will have 80,000 more credits to spend.
Oh.
Think about how much pizza we could buy.
Oh, I'm a little full.
I'm gonna walk up to the couch and just sort of collapse on it, and I'll grab the remote and I'll turn on the space TV to Bounty Hunter Bonanza.
Shucks howdy, buckaroos.
Cowgirls, it's time for big shots.
Yeah.
We watch
and
Punch and Judy, right?
You do that. You do that. And I'm not gonna roleplay that, so I'm just gonna say.
No, we demand an entire episode solo by you right now.
Agreed. Seconded.
I'm gonna say that you turn on Shucks Howdy Buckaroos, the latest episode of Bounty Hunters Bonanza, and it will automatically download a new bounty to your terminal, which is already in your inbox.
Oh, it's already in my terminal. Fuck, hold on.
Anyone who watches this gets the bounty? What is their viewership? How many competitors?
I mean, that's just gratuitous fan service. I mean, she could wear a little more.
Wait, what?
Hang on, I'm in.
I'm sitting cross-legged in front of the TV. Wait, huh?
Well, that was a lot of options, but the one that I think is the best is that Mad Dog Dairy fella, who's 4'6", weighs 200 pounds, capture difficulty rating of 4 out of 10. He's won a Dead or Alive, he's a mediocre pirate and a leader of a group of cutthroats, and he stands accused of murdering, thieving, and disturbing the peace by way of refusing to shower ever. It is critical that you return his latest plunder. No information on what exactly it is, but it's stated to be at the core of his operation. His location is as follows. Danny, take a look.
What is his name?
Another small fry.
Mad Dog Dairy.
Is that Chuckles? He said he refuses to ever shower, ever.
No, excuse me.
Do you have a twin?
I shower comically in a big plume of steam that never goes anywhere, 2 feet past my body, to tastefully cover all of my naked bits so you can't even tell if I actually have flesh or not. Every morning.
Yeah, haven't you ever noticed that it's weird that he walks around in all of his clothing but just adds a towel around his waist?
Yeah, exactly right.
When he takes
His
the towels
boxers?
off, it does the Sims pixel thing.
Even though he's clearly wearing pants.
Come here.
You do not want to see.
And I have my my bubble bath with my space duck.
Come here, Mad Dog Dairy, as in milk?
I don't think so. Is he allergic to milk or made of milk or?
No. Dairy like, spooky space clown scare me kind of dairy.
Huh? Me?
What does that
Oh,
mean?
no, not you.
Because I would never be a spooky boy.
That's probably too deep of a cut.
I would never be a spooky boy. I mean, may they rest in peace.
Dairy like fairy with a D. No, not like the winged fairy, but like a ship fairy,
Okay. I was going to say the other one is just Dairy.
D-A-I-R.
No, like the name Terry with
The
a
other
D.
fairy. The
DERRY.
There you go.
There it is.
That's it.
Thank you for teaching me how to spell baboosh.
And this is name?
Well done.
His name's Mad Dog Dairy, all right? His name's Mad Dog Dairy. He pays 8,000 credits, and the bounty we turn into my old buddy Kilovax.
Okay, somebody we can finally trust.
Alive or dead?
Trust. I think it said
He's a dirty space pirate.
dead or alive, so we can't kill. Let's try to not fucking kill the guy.
All right. We didn't really give the same luxury to the dino guy. They got ripped into a dark star.
Well, they attacked us.
Yeah,
If this guy fucking gets the jump on us, we kill him.
That's right. And at least it's work. It's something that we need at this point. So
Wait, and then are we going to the race? The big race? The million
this'll
credit
help
race?
pay
The
the
Grand
rating
Prix.
materials.
That's what he said. Red, are you done with the TV?
The show.
I'm gonna change the input. Hold on.
Change it to channel 2 and we'll play some Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to play Cyber Kenneth.
I pull out just a Super Nintendo. It's not.
It's going to be the International Famicom style.
Right? Not a space Super Nintendo. You just take out the shot.
I take the cartridge and I
Super
plug it in.
Nintendo.
You blow
Oh, I got. No, hold on. I got it.
You spit all over it.
Yeah.
It gets worse.
I just glob the entire controller and you
hold
can see
on.
a couple like tendrils come up and like work the actual D-pad and A and B.
And I'm just like, I'm trying to navigate and like put up the star map, and like they keep on putting the screen of the Nintendo over
They keep
it.
swapping.
Yeah. I'm like, no.
Okay, let's go.
You
Cosmic
do it all
boom.
together. and
Cosmic boom.
You
Cosmic
blow-
boom.
How are you doing this? This is
Cosmic boom.
no.
You're just button mashing the boom.
I'm trying.
that way.
It's so cheap.
All I can do is quick kick.
Cosmic boom.
Come on.
Cosmic boom.
Cyber Kenneth, come on. Oh fuck.
Better luck next time.
Perfect game.
This continues.
Chuckles is Mad Dog Dairy with all that cheese.
Anyway.
But Chuckles, I am deliberately trying to cheer LaBouche up to kind of distract him, the fact that he probably has some missing pixel, horrible
going to
eldritch
die.
curse.
Yeah.
Horrific.
And so I'm like just trying to kind of have some light
you go.
video game fun.
It feels good to fight on the street.
Yeah.
LaBouche says.
even in the neon dystopian cybernetic street.
I think now that they're distracted, it's our chance to make head.
You also, so with the bounty, you've received coordinates and a star chart that will allow you to navigate to where his location is. You also get a little classically spinning picture of what he looks like. And you'll see a small creature, long snout, whose nose ends in kind of like almost like a bulbous little red grape kind of motion. Kind of spiky ears that go back with a shape and hardened like red armadillo shell.
This is giving me One Piece, that fish person leader. I forget his name.
I was thinking like Crash
Arlong.
Bandicoot.
Yeah.
With an armadillo shell,
The grape
but-
fairy.
I like that.
Yeah.
Plus Mighty or the Armadillo from Sonic.
And you'll see the emblem of his pirate crew, just his junkyard crew, which I thought to include, but maybe I did not. And they're called the Junkyard Dogs. And the emblem is of a ferocious looking dog. That is a Chihuahua with like spiked ears, and it's just like this silhouette, but you can tell it's a Chihuahua.
That's amazing.
That they wear on their sleeve. Very cool.
No, Hank starts growling at it. No, it's just the computer, all right.
You are much scarier.
And much
Aw.
cuter. And I give him a scratch. All right. Load it up. Danny, let's go.
I'm gonna navigate us. Star map us.
How long do we anticipate it taking us getting to this location?
10 minutes.
Yeah, he's right.
He's right over there!
That will never not be fun.
Still
Space is infinite.
He's right over there! Holy shit, he's right over there!
I just have like negative intelligence. Okay, it's hard sometimes.
Honest mistake.
You don't need it. You're a druid. Don't
like
stat
10
that
minutes?
shit.
Yeah.
Dump that shit.
No, you think this is pretty quick. But you think it's probably like a day's flight, maybe a day and a half to get to.
I
planet.
would quickly get bored of watching this neon dystopian cybernetic street fighting, and when there's time, I would find Rhett in the cockpit at the wheel, and basically keep him company, and want to try to talk to him at some point, but. I would have sat there very briefly until I see Rhett basically take off to go drive the ship, and then I would join him, when it was convenient to keep him company, since I know that he's often in there alone.
Yeah. They take out the literal Super Nintendo and plug it all into the TV and shuffles through all the cartridges.
The red white.
Searching. He blows out the cartridge, pops it in, powers it on, only to find that he had forgotten he had sold his copy. And the only thing he has left is super neon dystopian Street Fighter V.
Oh no!
The horrible balance issues. Everything.
There's lag. There's lag.
Yeah, there's
Input lag.
There's input lag. There's frame hacking.
At least this is the one where they added the girl with the bare feet, I guess.
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
Jury is in.
You're trying to distract me from the horrors. You're trying to distract me from the horrors of what happened to me over the last few weeks, and you do a fatality, cosmic boon, and he reaches into the next character and Mortal Kombat style explodes me.
Too soon.
Wow! I forgot that they were appealing to all the edgy kids with this new one.
I hate this game.
I forgot they put Galactus in this one.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take you for a ride.
But you do that. You watch that for a while, as long as you can tolerate it. Maybe through 2 or 3 cigarettes, and then you make your way to the bridge and kick your feet up in one of the co-pilot chairs, being to hang out with Rhett for a little.
You'd be used to me not knocking and just coming in as I'm smoking a cigarette, and I'd sit down next to you. How's it going?
I mean, it's going. How's it going with you?
We're all right. I have something on my mind I've been meaning to talk to you about.
Yeah. What's up?
Look, you know why I got into bounty hunting. All right?
I know.
This thing with Rex, yeah, he's a jackass, and yeah, I want those credits, but I'm concerned what the boss is gonna do to him.
Yeah, me too. As much of a fucking jackass as he is, he doesn't deserve that fate.
Old Pike wouldn't have had a problem with it. But, as you said, we don't do that anymore.
We don't. And the worst part is, I was the one that, and I'll kind of feel my jaw, thinking back to when I got basically my jaw punched off in the vision. Who knows if it was real or not. It's more agony than you'd even think.
I can't imagine.
Look, can we use some of that history y'all have and I don't know, try to help him? Because I feel like if we don't fucking turn him in, somebody else will.
I think for a minute, and I take a long drag on my cigarette, and then I stand up. And I give Rhett a kind of a wry smile, and I say, I don't know. I think it's only a matter of time before he gets himself killed.
Yeah, you're right. But we don't have to be the ones that fucking do it.
I nod. I think about what Rhett says. I turn to leave, and I put my hand on his shoulder. I give him a couple pats, and I walk out of the bridge.
As he leaves, I will. I'll look down at Hank in his seat. He'll just look up at me, and I'll give him a little pet. And then I'm going to I'll sort of kind of wince a little bit, and I'm going to kind of reach down in a little kind of like cabinet, and I'll hit a button and go tss, and there's sort of this glowing purple here, and I'll pull out this sort of almost like a vial, maybe like a not quite a syringe, full of this sort of glowing purple liquid, and I'll move my sort of mechanic's shirt over, and you'll see all the ports that my ether engine plugs into, and there's a nozzle that fits perfectly, and I'll stick it into one of those ports, hit a button, and you'll see it. No one will see it, but this is what happens.
Hank will see it.
Hank will see it. Sort of inject into my body. It's gonna be okay, buddy. It's gonna be okay.
And you do this, right? You punch the syringe into your ports, right? And anybody who's flown with you or worked with you is, you're red, you're stalwart, you're like a tank. You feel impervious, right? They look at you and they think power, imposing, strength. And that's you, right? You have all that, but what they don't see is the scars that have lasted over time. They don't see what it takes to get up every day, to get back and to do it again, and how that there's always that pain there. And every day you do that.
And sort of feeling more at ease, and sort of, I'm sort of used to sitting in silence and just having Hank with me, but kind of enjoying just the brief conversation. And now that it's silent again, I'll sort of turn and I'll hit another button, and I'm over the intercom. Hey, Space Mama!
Oh, yeah!
And I'll just sort of bob my head.
Does it blast out the whole ship?
Yeah, we're playing.
Oh, I love this one! Yeah.
Red must be sad again.
Oh, I think this song makes him happy. Hopefully
This one's
it
called
does.
Space Dog.
It's so good.
And that happens as everyone does their thing, video games, moving about, wherever you find yourselves, as the Rhapsody blasts off into space, jamming that song. And you make your way, you follow the path until eventually, Rhett, you'll see a planet start to pull into view. This one almost kind of entirely like brown from the outer shell, with hints of gray, dark as you kind of keep looking you pull in closer and closer. And as you begin to kind of things make their shape, they reveal themselves to you. You see all sorts of colorations, like the color of rust, gunmetal, scrap, almost like trash, but just a total planet that looks like it's just covered in junk, like a just eternal junkyard. And you begin to pull down right to where this landing has you, and the Rhapsody kind of clears a space and all this metal and stuff as you land, and as the landing gear kicks out, and you have settled onto this junkyard planet.
Are we here?
What does it fucking look like, LaBouche? Look out the goddamn window.
My eyes finally come up from my seat. Ah, yes, we are here.
Any idea of what's around us?
Well, it's a junk planet, so keep an eye out for scrappers, junkers, salvagers, pillagers, junk pirates, junk racers,
Scrap pirates?
scrap pirates,
Scrap racers?
scrap racers.
Oh, now this is scrap racing.
What about salvage pirates?
Oh, those two.
I think the list of what we should expect would be shorter.
This has got big bubblegum shrimp energy.
Every concatenation of all the words I just fucking said.
Even pirate racers?
No, they're not here.
Especially pirate racers.
Oh! Especially pirate racers, excuse me. I'm not really I'm new to bounty hunting.
All right. I mean, this guy's a pirate, but it's the fucking Junkyard dogs. This guy's a 4 out of 10. That's nothing for us. So, I think we just step. Are there any towns or village or like cities or?
Yeah, it was like.
Is it like Ort Mantell from Shadows of the Empire?
This is Wally. I just imagine Earth and Wally.
Yeah.
As you land, there's a collection of this is the biggest clearing that the Rhapsody could look to kind of touch down in. But as you were pulling in, you'd see off in the distance a very large, kind of like just junk, kind of runs out in all directions. Think like not like a used car lot, but like a scrap heap. Like it's metal. You see casted away tires, microwaves, space carrying machines, just sheet metal, rebar here and there. I mean, like all sorts of just like iron, metal collections stretch out in all directions. But out in front of you, you see a large like pile of scrap all compiled together. Like very big, almost like a mountain of scrap.
Oh shit.
But not like it's in a the shape of like a building or anything. Like so, it looks like a giant pile of junk.
Let's say it's a giant mountain of scrap that has a printed Chihuahua emblem on it. If that helps.
I have a feeling that's where we need to go.
Apparently we can Quiero Taco Bell.
I was letting you have that one.
It may behoove us to think outside the box. Or the bond.
Oh man, that's a good one. You guys are on fire. Gosh, who's the space clown? Is it me or you guys? Wow. I'm really rubbing off. Okay. We need to make sure. Oh, it's alive or dead, so we don't need to have to worry about diplomacy.
We should try alive, and then see where we go from there. I know it's hard for you, but
Well, Kavir is right. We're not killing anybody unless it's necessary.
We can just knock him out.
non-lethal is great.
That's my preference. Let him face justice at the hands of a fucking lawman. Well, then we don't have to do it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, after the adventure with the spooky boys, may they rest in peace.
Or whatever.
Or whatever.
Damn!
This is gonna be a walk in the park.
Or pieces.
Yeah, ripping pepperonis with little cups, Sorry, I have teeth on the mind.
I
Okay.
get the ricotta, but the ground beef on pizza anyway.
What is the climate of this planet?
Oh, good idea. Arid.
Arid is a great way to describe it.
Okay,
Yeah.
not too cold, not too hot. Just
No, you don't
maybe
feel,
a little hot.
You don't feel
Dry.
too distemperate, but
Yeah.
dry. Windy. You do get the sense that kind of like these like slight piles of junk and scrap are probably just about twice as tall as you are. And this is cutting back some of the wind, but you can kind of hear it almost creates like an odd, almost eerie like howl as it traverses through the metal.
Badass.
But yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
It is badass.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
Isn't it really
Can't even
throwing
give
a
the guy a
trash planet
compliment.
like Wall-E levels with miles and miles?
It's
Or
not
paths.
quite trash, like all sorts of trash,
Junk.
as much as it is like, you know, it's very like
Stuff.
like chainsaw engine, like scrap,
Machine
metal
metal.
scrap.
So it's like
machine
decomposing things. It's like
It's not raw.
Yeah,
It's not like
yeah.
smelly.
You're hit by this overwhelming like fetid like scent. It's more like
Nice word.
gas and rust and this like metallic
tasty.
yeah almost
Yeah.
like iron
Oh, yeah.
hangs in the air, you know,
absolutely.
as you
Yeah.
move out.
I'm gonna be staring out the. Are we leaving the plane or the ship?
Yeah, that's it.
As I'm walking out, I'm just kind of thinking this to myself, and I'm kind of like sadly looking out at all the trash on this world, and I'm having this urge that reminds me of an urge that I had when I was on the ice planet that we were on to change this planet and to bring life to this planet. And I'm kind of like questioning that in myself and being a little bit scared, but also like it's very natural to think that. And I don't say that to anybody. I'm just kind of like looking around.
You can interact with it.
Do you endeavor to do anything?
No.
Okay.
Cool.
Would it be unreasonable to assume that, like, you know, I might have like a pair of goggles that I could put on, anticipating potentially debris in the air, and like, you know, cover up your face a little bit with something to be able to, like, you know,
We're at
breathe.
Burning Man.
I would say that, yeah. I would say that you've hunted bounties across all sorts of environments. So you have, like, right at the exit way to the gangplank, you have kind of each one of you would have like a locker of sorts, or like, you know, a large space where you could grab any amount of clothing or different gear that you could adventure out into in kind of all types of environments. So you might have a duster, goggles, like a pull-up
I would definitely
bandana.
grab some sort of eye protection just in case, and maybe
Yeah.
like something to wrap my face up with in case it's like
an
hard to
Afghan.
breathe out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Should we change into something more appropriate to parlay with these pirates?
I only have my suit of armor.
Can you have some spikes to it? Some like cool flame jets?
These guys are junk pirates. You don't need to fucking make airs and look presentable for them. Or you saying you're trying to fit in?
Yeah, they'll be more willing to talk to us if we show up like tough junkers.
I think they'll probably know what we're there for the second we fucking show face.
And I'm only wearing the goggles so I can still shoot straight. It could be a mess out there.
I pull out of the closet Chuckles like fake mask, you know, the ones with like the mustache and the big nose and
Like
the
Groucho.
And I hand
not
it
a
over to
disguise.
him. Definitely not a disguise.
We can make this work. Oh, I have a different math. Hold on. I'll go get changed. And I'll go to my my room, and I'll come back out, and I just basically look like Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal. But in like heavy metal BDSM gear.
Incredible.
Covered in
Like,
grease.
yeah, leather. Yeah.
I'll go back into the ship. I've like attached a few like haphazard spikes to the surface of my suit, and then I'll just quickly like.
Oh, yeah. There we go, Boots.
I'll spray angry eyeballs and an angry mouth on the dome of my
You got like
my
shoulder
helmet.
pads now. Yeah. I'm assuming like area kind of almost desert-like. I'll probably be very comfortable in this type of environment.
Yeah, I would say
Very
so.
well suited for
Yeah,
it, so
you're
yeah.
certainly not. It doesn't surprise you at all. Like when you step out, you would easily be able to acclimate to it.
And in Sweet Tooth fashion, I have a mask, and it's just my clown face, but just on top of my thing. And for whatever reason, my eyes are just like super bloodshot and grody. Now I really fit in. You gotta add a little bit of gravel as if you've been living on a junk planet your whole life.
I'm ready to go.
The boosh is perfect. Mad Dog, can we trust him?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Mad Dog.
No, are we killing Mad Dog?
Mad Dairy.
We're going to knock him out.
Mad Dog Dairy.
Yeah, you're right. His name is Mad Dairy.
I did the homework and I read the pre-reading material.
It's dairy, but not like dairy. It's dairy.
Yes, excellent. Very good.
Okay,
Let's just get this over with.
I'm ready.
As we continue to sort of walk towards the junk mountain, I would want to keep an eye out for any equipment or machinery that might catch my eye to like upgrade the Rhapsody. In particular, any kind of ether dwarf tech. Ooh. And probably odds are pretty low that they would just leave it junked here on a planet like this. But just in case anything catches my eye and I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty valuable, or oh, I could do something with that, even if it takes a lot of work. Like
Parts to fix the carrot.
Yeah, exactly. Or carrying parts, 100%.
Dude, there's absolutely there's no way, people just wouldn't even recognize it. You know what I mean? It would take your eye to be able to fucking find it.
Roll an investigation check.
Oh, baby.
I love this!
Well, do it at advantage with your knowledge of tech and you would know what you're looking for. You would know that Rhapsody intimately. You would know what parts would benefit you in increasing upgrades.
I'm twisting it.
Twist it. We got 20 twists at the beginning of the.
We're keeping track of those. Does somebody have?
Rich keeps track.
Yeah.
19.
Ooh. Well done.
Okay. All right, we'll hang on to that. 19.
Yeah, just as we go along. Oh, it's right here at the bottom of the game. All this ether dwarf right here. Whole pile of it.
Look what I found, guys!
He just comes out from behind a pile in his own gun.
Wow, there's a whole tank back here.
What the fuck? Landmaster! That's what his Brawl fans will.
So good. Yeah, so you start to make your way, and there's a pathway. You know kind of where this large junk mountain is. There's a pathway that stretches out in front of you, and you make your way down it. And the winds exactly. You continue to hear these almost like bestial howling as it rips through the corridor that you're in. As the winds sweep through, your goggles pulled tight, your bandana's covering your face. There is some the wind's cut back by everything that's stretched up around you, but there's definitely some the ground beneath you is just dust. And it kicks it up on occasion. It does make it kind of swirly around you. It can be hard to breathe at times if you didn't have face coverings. And you make your way down. You see all this metal that stretches out on either side. And Rhett, you would start to get a sense pretty early on of the level of technology you think you're dealing with here, and it's very much like that not junkyard punk style, but not quite steampunk, but kind of steampunk, like apocalypse punk. Diesel punk. Yeah. It is definitely kind of that diesel punk-esque vibe you're getting. A lot of pistons. Engines, a lot of trains.
The Ghost Train Yard from Final Fantasy VII would be mega diesel punk.
Absolutely. That's Train Yard. Yeah,
that's exactly right.
Really good.
Exactly, it produces quite that vibe, except not quite as haunted. And as you make your way, you would find a selection here and there of I could use that, I could use this, and you start to grab sections of tools, parts, metals you think you could use to either reinforce the hull, shore up maybe even some of your targeting systems, some of the upgrades you'd wanted to do before, you just didn't have the raw materials. You can find a large selection of items here, but almost immediately upon looking at this that a lot of this junk has come from this space. And anything kind of ether dwarf tech is well beyond their capabilities. Yeah. You would be very surprised to find anything like that here, even lost away amongst their junk. I need everyone to roll a group perception check.
I'm a Viking!
Oh!
You're becoming
Oh, I got a natty 20. So that's
I got a natty 1.
Classic.
What did you actually roll? Oh, you just rolled 1. Yeah, okay.
23.
23.
I'm not paying attention.
You don't have plus to that?
What's that?
He's asking if you have plus to the 1.
Oh, 6.
Oh, no, just what the dice was.
Oh.
Just the die roll.
18.
Oh,
No, not for anybody else, just him. Everybody else is what you actually
23.
I'm
Total
fucked.
27.
There's something going on here.
18.
Yeah, you're turbo fucked.
20 for Chuckles.
I'm not
Shockingly.
looking forward to Labouche's funeral.
Shockingly.
I'm probably just going to turn into the bad guy, and you guys are going to have to kill me in a mercy.
No, that
act.
won't
Did we ever talk about how to
Don't say
Violently.
Whatever they're doing, I've grabbed like the rear view mirror, like the side mirror off of like one of the junker cars that I'm imagining happens exists in one of these spaces,
Yeah,
and then I
100%.
am like sucking on it like a lollipop. It's covered in rust. I like pull it into my thing, and it's just like in my helmet, just like floating around.
That's incredible.
And you would absolutely see like lodged into one of these walls of junk, kind of like a large ATV style 4-wheeler that had one mirror already snapped off, the other covered in a mix of like gas, oil, rust. As you snap it off and begin to consume it, sloop around its outer sides. And what you all hear is you start to hear the, as you're moving closer to this junk mountain, you start to hear the thrum of engines as in the distance you can almost hear. You can hear the wind, the sound very faintly off in the direction of the mountain. You can hear the thrum of engines and the roar of what feels like vehicles driving. And they seem to be like, in the classic movement of how sound functions, you could almost tell that they're circling. So it seems like you can hear it and then
They're circling us?
or they're just doing circles somewhere far away.
you feel like it's in the distance, so it's not around you. It's in the distance, but you're getting the sense that it's this motion because you're just starting to catch the sound, but it'll get further away and
Doppler.
then closer and then further away and then closer.
Okay.
Guys, I'm just letting you know, from behind that giant mountain of scrap, a giant floating magnet that sentient with eyes starts moving towards us, and a bunch of cars are gonna singing about being worthless in a Meatloaf style song. I'm gonna freak the fuck out. I am done. I'm running away. I'm going back to the ship. I cannot handle that if that happens. I'm just letting you know. That would be the second time that happened.
That's too many times.
Which means not a lot, but it'll be weird if it happens twice.
Is there? We all hear this? You said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what did you roll?
I rolled
you
4.
hear it. You hear it. Yeah. This group. Yeah.
Is there somewhere? So like these piles you said are about twice as tall as Pike.
Yeah.
Is there one that you would say is roughly 30 feet tall, or less?
Sure. There are like peaks and like it's not a smooth top to the wall.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of all. It's a collection of a grouping of like small hills almost, not like solid like maze walls that are keeping you in here. But this is just kind of the open path you're walking through.
Okay.
But yeah, you can find one that's probably about 30 feet tall.
I'd like to cast Misty Step and teleport to this vantage point. So I guess first I'd like to look around and see if there's one that I think would provide the best vantage point based on the sounds that we're hearing.
Roll a specific investigation check for that.
14.
Yeah, with a 14, you see one that's kind of like centrally in front of you, just off to the side, just a little bit. And then it is about 30 feet tall, and you feel like would give you a good vantage towards the mountain ahead of you.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll look up and kind of tell everyone, like, these sounds, it sounds like something is coming, or at least hunting us almost. I'm going to see if maybe I can see something. And then I'm going to sort of swirl the sands around, and you'll see it like engulf me and then disappear, and then I'll appear up on that.
You summon the sands, and as they swirl around you, you disappear into dust and a plume of just dispersed sand as you reappear almost instantly at the top of this mound of junk, and your form coalesces top to bottom, made as if a statue of sand.
But what's actually happening is that he stops time and then climbs up there. And then when he gets up there, time starts again.
That's very funny.
Why is he so out of breath?
I'm looking up. If you were to peek down at me, you could see the 2 giant eyebrows in my unhappy face. Let me know if you want me to climb up.
And I'll sort of. I don't want to draw too much attention to myself, and so I won't immediately respond, but I'll kind of give him a signal that he would recognize and say like, okay, like I've heard you, I've understood you, kind of thing. And then, and then I'm gonna look around and see if I can pinpoint sort of at least. Maybe not what is making the sound, but at least where it is and how far it may be.
Make one more investigation check.
Surely you would also be able to see a plume of dust and stuff from being
That's what
kicked
I'm
up by me.
assuming,
Yeah.
That's it.
You got a 6.
We're twisting it.
Can't twist that. Twisty biscuits.
You got
Nice.
17.
Much better.
Well done. Yeah, 21. With a 21, you see out ahead of you, and you see that the junk mound's not too much further ahead. You kind of see the pathway that you're walking and how it kind of snakes. You see that in front, or actually around the junk mountain, what the sound that you're hearing, and you can in fact see sand dust getting kicked up. You see the same kind of junked ATV cars. You see a collection of them. Some of them just like sheet metal stapled onto the sides, spikes coming off of them, the tires with like almost like toothed, jagged, like cut blades of just scrap metal, not even like sharpened edges. Are driving around the mountain, and you can't quite hear them, but you can kind of hear a collection of people just kind of like shouting gleefully as these cars are just like spinning around the mountain, kicking up dust.
Okay.
You would see one other thing, and then it's along the pathway that you're walking towards the mountain. There seems to be one creature that's pushing a cart of scrap down the path towards you, but still pretty far away. But heading in your direction.
And there's only one path to where we're going.
From where you are, you would be able to see out like in all around you. Kind of the junk spreads out around this thing, and there's a clearing cut in a circle around this mountain of junk. And there are other pathways, like beyond it. There's a pathway to the side, to the other side. There are pathways kind of like leading from different directions. But in your approach, this is the pathway you have.
Okay, so I'll teleport back, and so it doesn't look like they notice us.
You always look so tired when you teleport.
It's very exhausting.
It's literally Prince of Persia. And it's like, leaping across all the stuff.
We are on the right path, and we are heading to that mountain. There are others here. I'm assuming members of this band of Junkyard pirate rat people.
Dogs.
Dog people.
Junkyard dogs.
But they don't seem to notice that we're here yet. They're sort of doing their own thing. But on our way, there is one beast of some kind. It's pushing junk. It doesn't look like it's hunting for anything. It just looks like it's working. So maybe if we're careful, we can sneak by it. Was what he was pushing, or it was pushing, very large, like almost blocking? Couldn't see around it, kind of thing. It was just moving.
No, it looked kind of like a wheelbarrow, like a wheelbarrow of junk. Nothing like enormous.
Yeah.
It was also like a relatively similar size to the description of Mad Dog Dairy, so kind of like a smallish creature, and it just looked like he was kind of like shuffling junk out into the junkyard.
Similar to Mad Dog Dairy, but I wouldn't have reason to believe that it is Mad Dog Dairy.
No.
Okay.
Well, you would probably assume that the leader of this band would not be like off on his own shuffling junk out into the junkyard. Yeah. This is probably like an underling.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like there's somebody doing work, moving it towards us, but it's certainly in our way. We may have to deal with it. We may be able to find a way around it, but we're certainly going the right direction.
Well, the question is, do we try to fucking sneak in here, or do we just walk up? And if they're pirates, maybe we can parlay with them.
Are we sure they didn't see our ship land on the planet?
They probably did.
It doesn't look like they're making their way towards us. Honestly, it looks like they're having fun.
I think we ambush that creature and kill it.
What?
Was it a floating magnet or a magnet with like animatronic eyes?
I will freak the fuck out, Rat. Don't joke about that.
Was it singing?
It wasn't. There was no singing that I could hear. It was pushing.
Yeah.
Pushing an apparatus similar to what one would think a wheelbarrow looks like in this universe.
Oh, a space wheelbarrow.
Well, an anti-grav.
Anti-grav.
Yeah, it was hovering. Yeah, it was hovering as you pushed it.
A hover barrow.
That's really good. That's really good. Gosh, let's swap seats. I'll play with Boosh.
If it's just like a robot, let's just take it out so it doesn't alert. What if it alerts the enemy? A sentry of sorts. We need to be bad, hardened junkers if we're going to survive on this tough world.
I think we should be prepared, but like I said, he's on our way, so we're going to have to deal with him one way or the other.
I'm prepared. I'll reach into my hat and I'll pull out a flamethrower. Oh, I'm ready.
Wow.
So then should we?
I'll put it back in my hat.
Should we keep going?
Yeah, I think if we're not gonna try to, I don't know, stealth operation this, which I don't think we can. I think they probably saw us land. Let's just fucking walk up to it. And if you want to ambush the thing, fine, whatever. I mean, if it's just a robot.
Then let's stealth and see if it means us harm. And then we ambush it and disassemble it.
I agree. We should stealth.
That's
good.
To be fair, I don't know if it was a robot or not. It was something resembling dairy, but may or may not be.
So maybe kill it, maybe not. All
Sure.
right.
Yes, our usual plan.
Activate cloaking. Beep. And I'll be sort of slightly shimmery.
Is that a spell or is that just a badass thing to do?
Yeah, hang on.
It's a representation for my cloak of elvenkind pulling the hood off.
Ah, cool.
I was gonna say, like, I want to give you advantage on stealth.
Well, I'm normally disadvantaged given all my metal, and that just makes me roll straight.
Roll a group stealth check.
I'm disadvantaged because of my racial bonus.
Oh, I'm on fire. 26.
Oh!
23.
I'm a Viking.
Oh, can I twist? I'm gonna twist.
Fantastic.
Dex, you say?
6.
Nice.
Yikes, dude.
Also, unnecessary redundancy gifted 20 subs. Holy shit, folks. Oh my god. Thank you so much.
Oh my god.
Some might say
Can we
that
take a real quick break?
gifting 20 subs is unnecessarily redundant, but not me.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
let's take 5.
let's take a quick break. Oh, was there
In 5
Oh, in 5 minutes. Yeah, we'll do 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes.
Yep.
Thank
Remember
you for
to cut
the
this
support.
out.
You got a piece. Suck it up.
Remember to cut
I will.
this out.
I am.
Yeah.
That's my definition.
Whoever edits this, remember.
We're in the
cut it out.
gulags.
Thank you so much. Oh, stealth, you say?
Stealth.
Stealth.
15's probably good enough. Right?
26.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think it's fine.
I got a 6. It's as high as I can roll.
Is Hank with us?
Oh, yeah.
He's with
Oh, Hank probably needs to roll stealth, doesn't
Yeah.
he?
Oh, yeah.
24.
Wow.
24.
Okay. 26, 24.
I'm gonna.
Natural 20 for Hank.
Oh
my gosh.
God damn it.
Yeah.
At least 22 or 23.
Goobadoo.
He does a
So is that-
a backwards
that's
hop
that's
and like
plenty.
instantly turns into air. Just
21.
Buddy, where'd you go?
Plus 1.
Oh, you're right there.
Oh.
Quiet as a Hank mouse.
I can hear him breathing.
Maybe they will like us because we have a dog.
All right, so you make your way. You're all incredibly stealthy. You make your way down this pathway. As LaBouche walks. There you go. That's a better sound.
Hank kind of struggles to like get over the big pieces of junk.
And as you make your way forward, the closer you get to this creature, you'll start to pick up on a couple things that you might hear, and you'll realize pretty quickly that this is not a robot. This is a creature this is a creature lugging on a space wheelbarrow a degree of junk, and you'll just hear him say things like, "Oh, that dairy! Always making me take the junk out. I hate him. Oh, I hate that guy. I hate coming out here all by myself. Ooh, nuts. I don't like him one bit."
As I hear that emotion, I'll grab my hat, I'll pull out the flamethrower.
Yeah. You're going to put the hand on the flamethrower. Not yet.
Oh, that guy! I can't believe I never get any of the booty from any of the stuff when we rob people. Man, he's the worst. Ooh.
It sounds like
Oh,
you
nuts.
might be able to get him to help us.
All right, jump out on 3, but don't fire me.
Why don't we want to scare him?
Scare the shit out of him.
We'll just throw this junk here. Ooh, and this junk there.
1, 2, 3.
I'll make a massive leap. Am I gonna jump over him and land behind him?
Pirates! Oh no! Oh, please don't kill me! Oh, I'm just throwing out junk. Oh.
Hang on. We're not going to kill you.
Oh, what gang are you a part of?
I'm a clown with a flamethrower, and I'm not afraid to use it.
Oh, so the Howlin' Hooligans?
No!
Oh, then the
That's a pretty cool name,
then
though.
The Backyard Boys it is.
No.
The backyardigans.
The Backyardigans. I told you very good at junk ball.
It sounds like you know a dairy.
Well, and you'll see as you jump out and you scare this creature half to death. He looks kind of like a hedgehog almost, wearing leathers, like leather pants. He is pushing a space carton in the shovel. He's upended it and all the junk's falling off to the side. And he's just kind of standing. He's, "Ooh, please don't kill me."
This might be the first time I've seen a creature like this. Do I get a sense that this is an older it or a younger it?
We'll say like mid to late 30s, and you can take that as you
Okay.
want for older or younger.
Okay. Why are you being so aggressive? I don't know.
My God.
Listen.
Just asking questions.
Yeah. And you see maybe a little younger than that.
Okay.
And you'll see like on his arm patch, you'll see the logo of the Junkyard dogs, the familiar Chihuahua. As this, you successfully startled the hedgehog. If you would like to fire your flamethrower, you would do so at advantage in a surprise round.
Surprise to him as well.
We're bounty hunters.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew they would come for me. Oh.
We don't give a fuck about you, no offense.
Wait, are you Mad Dog Dairy?
No.
We don't give a fuck about you.
I hoped.
Based on what we overheard, it sounds like you don't like your boss too much.
Well, he's not very nice. I've always just wanted me on wanted poster. But are you sure you're not here for me, Auggie?
I never heard of you.
Oh.
Maybe it's the next bounty. Who knows?
They always said that words cut the deepest. It's true.
We could knock him out and take him with us.
Well, hold on.
Hey, hold on.
No harm will befall you if you can help us.
Or pain? I don't like pain.
We can avoid hurting you, but if you don't help us, then there will be pain.
Okay. Roll an intimidation check at advantage because you have a flamethrower pointed at his head.
Also, my eyebrows are very
angry.
angry.
The eyebrows are very angry. You're an intimidating bunch.
Skills. 16.
That's good. Okay. What do you want? What are you doing here?
we're looking to take your boss in, Derry.
Oh gosh. Well, that's gonna be quite the task. He's over in Junkyard Mountain.
Which one?
He's the one that looks like a mountain, not Junkyard Hill or other Junkyard Hill.
Not Junkyard Mound?
Well, Junkyard Mound, but I wasn't talking about Junkyard Mound. I was talking about Junkyard Mountain.
I think it's where we're heading.
So what you're saying is Junkyard Mountain is
Junkyard Mountain.
mountain that looks like a junkyard
It's just a mountain
with the spray painted emblem of Derry on it.
No, you got that. That was my idea. Just kind of, mark your territory.
It's a nice touch, I'll admit.
Well, I felt like it went with the Junkyard Dogs, kind of.
All right,
Can I beat him up?
No. Let's cut to the chase here.
We like him.
You're saying that it's going to be difficult to get to the boss here, all right? Why? Is it hard to get into Junkyard Mountain?
Well, it's just surrounded by guards, and you have the swirling degree of, diesel punk cars that are always driving around.
All right.
Tonight's aesthetic, I'll admit.
Do you bring the junk out here, you dump it, do you ever bring junk back in with you?
Well, sure.
How big is this junk space barrel?
You get.
It'd fit about 7 of you.
Yep. All right, we're all getting in the barrel.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Tavir and I are on the same page here. We're getting in this lift thing. We're gonna fill it with junk, and you're gonna bring us inside of the junk mountain.
Well, look, I'm no friend of him, so sure.
But just remember,
That was easy.
if you double cross us, you get the flamethrower.
No,
Get the flamethrower.
No, I don't want the flamethrower.
And the
I mean,
grass
it does
cannon.
look, but you mean actually I can have it?
No.
Because that would be pretty cool.
And I'll just punch you in the face.
Oh, no, I don't want that.
And he's got magic fire shooting powers.
Oh, no. I don't like pain.
And he's
I
got
don't
magic sandy time powers.
No.
And she's got laser eyes.
Oh, my God.
I had no idea I had laser eyes.
I think we've established we're going to hurt him otherwise.
You just punch people?
Yeah, but like really, really, really hard.
Here, watch. And I'll go over to one of the junker like metal things. I'm not gonna punch him.
No, he kills himself.
I'm gonna walk up to the most pristine door I can see, and I'm going to basically as I've been walking through this sandy environment, I've been getting hit with non-organic metals and sands. And so I can pull all of that actual rock matter into my fist and make more than just a club. I will punch as hard as I can to create an impression.
You coalesce this iron knuckle of magnetized debris.
It's like a nerd's rope.
Into the. It's fucking bad. You pull this gummy clusters of iron and scrap metal to the ends of your fist as you level a punch square at I'll just like a 60s looking old time refrigerator that you found in the section.
I hope Indiana Jones is inside.
With chrome handles. And you just punch into it and it just explodes into scrap metal. It doesn't even dent it. It just explodes.
Yes, whatever your name is, all I do is punch.
Okay. Listen, I'm no friend of Mad Dog. He's not very nice, as you may imagine.
Why do you join his gang?
Well, it's kind of growing up here. You gotta join one of the gangs, or you just get killed.
Oh.
I can understand that.
And, I mean,
Rough life.
You gotta eat. What are you gonna do for work? There's not a lot here except pirating and, junking.
What do you eat?
Some oranges? I don't know.
Scurvy.
Some cashews.
Space oranges and cashews. What a nightmare.
This place sucks.
Sometimes, if we're real good, they give us pickles. Which are actually quite of nice.
Do you want any lasagna pizza?
I thought we agreed we were gonna get in your bucket or whatever.
Yes, that's the plan. Everybody in, start piling junk on top of us, but not too much, and then you wheel us into that junk mountain.
Yes, we call it the Junk Mountain.
Creative
I forgot we established that. I did that just so we could get to a break quickly. Well, there's just one guard at the door. But yes, I take junk out here often, and then I have to get it back in. So, you could all hop in. We could pile some junk on top of these. Whatever you like.
We don't have to RP this. Everybody get in.
Okay.
All right. Oh, I guess I should put my flamethrower away. We don't want any misfires. Oh, God. Whoa, that was a close one. Okay.
I'm in.
And
I walk up the side and I walk in.
Everyone gets into the large
Space wheelbarrow.
Space wheelbarrow. Thank you. As I made the noise just while biding time for you to tell me the word. You all pile in, and Auggie goes around and he starts to get scraps of scrap to put on top of you here and there. Slides in, a couple things. Here, you might see something you like, Rhett, and as he puts it on top of you, I'll take this. You put it in your bag. And eventually you get all covered up, and I would say roll a group performance check.
Not where I'm a Viking.
You cover yourselves in scrap.
23.
I finally had a bad roll.
Is it all about the average? Because I'm going to fucking save our shit.
Yes, you are.
Given my gooey nature, if there wasn't room for the normal humanoid version of myself, could I, sloop into a barrel or something like that? Or perhaps shrink myself down so it just looks like there's a pair of boots and a gauntlet, but really I'm just, hiding in the chest plate? I'm looking for advantage. I'm fishing for some advantage.
I would say that you do have the ability to shape change, so you'd be able to shaloop your form down. Your suit would still take up the space it's going to take, but if you would shaloop it down, you'd be like a spent earthworm Jim.
Yeah. So
you can have that. Sure. Yeah.
I needed it because I got a 1 and a 20.
That's very Labucci. Well done.
Oh,
whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes.
I was greedy, so pull a twist out for me. I had an 18, and I wanted to fish for more. I got a 28.
Nice. Thank God.
Oh,
18.
wow.
So
29.
So
29.
you basically got a 21, and I got a 16.
18.
18? Okay.
23.
No, I had an 8.
8?
Yeah, not good.
4.
Oh! Okay.
You and me both.
Just
Yeah.
Chuggles Labucci.
So everyone kind of climbs into the thing, and then Rhett shuffles on top, and it's like, make some room for me. Look out! And your ether engine is kind of sticking out a little bit, but luckily it just kind of your boot hangs out the other end. But luckily, due to how well the rest of your team has done here, you just kind of look like junk collected in the spacing. For a second, I completely forgot the voice. Oh, top of the morning!
It's the rainbow!
I can't wait until after this session where Mikey pulls me aside and he's like, "What the fuck? Why would a steampunk hedgehog in a diesel punk world?
This is your world, Mace. We're just living in it.
It's the Dr. Manhattan image of him floating. It says, because I said it.
Yeah, exactly. I made it up.
Because trust me, bro.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay, everybody. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. I'm gonna take you into Junkyard Mountain. But nobody make a sound, okay? We have to get past the guards, and then once we get right in the doors, it's pretty open spaces, and y'all look like a very a mean lot. So it'll be easy to move about. The insides once we get there, but on the outsides, they'll see you coming. They'll see you coming a mile away. So just once we get on inside, just shh. why don't you?
Should you maybe?
No, what did I just say? I just said to shush. Why don't you?
Get on with it already.
Okay.
Oh, shush! Like the sound of a flamethrower?
No. Oh, please.
What Kavir was saying is, we have you have a phrase or something you can say to let us know when we are coming out.
Oh, yeah. Can you jabber like a space ocelot?
Maybe
Can that be the
more in his
symbol?
wheelhouse.
What is it like? That's exactly it. Is there a space ocelot out there? That's perfect.
Oh, you're too kind. Oh,
That's perfect.
when it's time for you to come out, I'll just do.
Did I just hear a space ocelot?
I think that was it.
Oh, you're my favorite invaders we've ever had here.
Perfect. I don't think anyone will think that's out of character.
Okay. So, here we are, and off we go. And he'll take the space wheelbarrow. Thank you. And he'll start to push you back towards the Junkyard mountain. And you make your way. And it is markedly heavier than when you push it out. Though he doesn't really notice because it is a hover space wheelbarrow. But he starts to push, and and it rumbles a little bit, and the junk shifts, and you might feel a prod here, an iron poke there. And as you move, you hear the sounds getting louder and louder. And you still don't, maybe even some of you might be wondering, like, can we really trust this guy? Like, what do we know about Auggie? Is he going to betray us just the second he gets back to his allies? Or is he a straight shooter?
I'm not wondering that. He's being paid in oranges and
Some of
cashews.
we're
fine.
cashews, sometimes
Everything's fine.
Okay?
He's always hungry.
On the spot.
You can never fill up.
Experiencing rabbit starvation.
I couldn't eat another orange or cashew. I couldn't eat another.
That's what I mean, ladies and gentlemen, about making snap decisions in the heat of the
No, that's it. That's all they eat here.
Oranges and cashews. The classic five corner meal. Okay. Ooh, we're coming up on it. And you'll hear the sounds. And yeah! Off in the distance, kind of as it's coming on up, and you'll feel the space world barrel kind of like turn to the left just a little bit. You can kind of feel the force of it move to the side as you kind of shift, and you feel yourself climb just a little bit. It says, "Ooh, hey everybody! Ooh, it looks like fun. Ooh, maybe next go around I could take a spin." Yeah, right. Fuck you, Auggie.
I knew it was coming.
Poor Auggie. Oh, I guess maybe the one after that.
Oh, this poor bastard.
You'll feel the wheelbarrow climb a little bit, and then level out and kind of turn back to the side as you come back around and right the way, and then you start moving forward again. As you come to another stop, and you hear Auggie shout out, "Oh, hey there! Yeah, just a junk delivery for the old Mad Dog. Yeah, just dropping off junk. Normal day. Nothing to worry about here. No invaders or anything. Wouldn't that be crazy?"
My eyes inside of my gel just like...
I'll whisper, "He's a natural."
No need to look even beyond the surface level of this here space wheelbarrow, eh?
Damn it.
Well, why are you acting so weird, you fucking weird hedgehog? God, I hate you. Oh, well, But I don't remember that as part of the check-in to get inside.
Oh my god.
This guy's pathetic.
I mean, I suppose you could look deeper if you wanted to. Auggie, you couldn't fucking plan an attack if you had just scissors and all they said was cut your way out of a paper bag. You'd get locked up forever, you dumb bastard. I suppose maybe you're right. I wouldn't know what to do. You couldn't just walk right out of the open end of the bag, I guess. But, okay. Can I go in then? Well, we don't use that junk anymore for fueling since the last thing we picked up. Well, yeah, but, I don't argue with Mad Dog. I mean, he says bring the junk, and, hey, here I do. I'm be bringing the junk in. Oh, you're fucking gotta think for yourself for once. Just kidding. Think for Mad Dog, you dumb son of a bitch. Get on in there. Thank you. You've been very kind once again.
I don't care what happens with this session. We are making him the warlord.
Yeah.
He's going to be the leader by the time the end of the
Die on ceremonious loss.
Yeah.
That's actually what
Must protect Auggie.
And he's killed.
Feel the space world rail move forward again as you move through the opening of the door. Oh, fuck. Oh, guys, I forgot how to do a space ocelot. Oh, was it... Or was it more like... No, that doesn't seem right either, was it?
I think
Damn it!
Not yet.
I think it sounds close
Not
enough.
yet.
No, it'll come to me, everyone. Nobody panic. That's it!
We'll all climb out as we're shaking, getting the rust and junk off of us. I'll climb out and look at him and I'll say, man, you really need to grow a backbone.
And Auggie have a big smile on his face. Welcoming you guys out. Very, very genuine character. Well, I suppose I could use a little straightening posture. I guess I could get started on that. Oh.
No, he means confidence.
Oh.
Stand up for yourself, man.
Oh, well, I mean, no.
Everybody's making fun of you.
Oh, I don't think that they were.
They were laughing at you. They'll never let you ride the bikes.
Oh, well, first of all, those are ATVs.
They won't let you ride the ATVs.
I don't blame you. I mean, you were stuck away beneath all that junk, so, it's salvage you've seen.
They're really just like ATVs, like Kevin would ride down in North Carolina.
You know Kevin?
Kyle.
Yeah, I do.
good old Kevin Scrapper.
Oh, Kevin. Oh, yeah.
You really need a backbone. Here, and I'll hand out a full human spinal column.
Auggie will take it and kind of snap it onto his back and kind of fit it around his cage, and he'll straighten his posture and he'll say, "Oh, thank you. Nobody's ever given me a gift before."
Aww.
It looks kind of badass, frankly.
Oh,
Yeah, see? You're really starting to look like a real junker.
wow, they call me Junkyard Dog Auggie.
You should
they?
probably come up with
That's
a cooler name than that.
Well, it's just supposed the gang that I'm a part of is the Junkyard Dogs, so you don't get too much say in it, I suppose.
You need a badass name if you're going to take over the joint.
Oh, well,
I vote
take
King
over the
Auggie.
joint. What do you mean, take over the joint?
You should be the one who leads these people.
Well, no, we're not getting into any kind of political fucking arguments.
And they can call you Auggie Ogborn.
Oh, that's
Rest of his name.
The Junkyard Dog Auggie. You think they'd call me Backbone Banana Eating Auggie?
I hope not.
Let's just scrap the whole Auggie
Yeah.
thing. You're a
Well,
jump.
that's just my normal name. That's just my regular
Junkyard
name.
Doggy.
You can't scrap the Auggie part. That's my name.
No, I'm saying just forget your name.
Oh.
Come up with a cool title, like the Junk Collector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it just does what it says on the tin. It's literally what he does.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it sounds kind of
sounds kind of cool.
Now everyone knows.
When your gruff mechanic's voice, oh, it sounds really cool.
Well, on the whole vein of like the Mad Dog, the Junkyard Dog, and your name being Auggie, I suggest Auggie Doggy. But I think the thugs from the gang, the Warner Brothers and Hannah and Barbera, they'd probably come after you pretty quick.
Oh yes, those are the other two gangs in the
No, you don't wanna fuck with
The
that.
massive superpowers, the only reason they don't just take over entirely is just because they mind their own in the other hemisphere.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, so I like the Junk Collector.
The Hanna-Barbarians.
Oh! The Hanna-Barbarians will come beat the shit out of you.
No one survives their nasty onslaught. Or you can stick with the bone motif and be like the Bone Collector, but you need a lot more bones than just one human spine.
Oh, I got more.
And you just Cubone him.
Yeah, he's like, Fever, I barely know her. Oh, alas, poor Yorick, I hardly knew ye. There we go. Oh, here's the funny bone. I do various bone-related jokes. Yeah.
For as long as you'll sit there and hand him bones, cross my heart, will accept.
This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home.
Should we maybe start heading towards Mad Dog? Where we can find him?
Do you know where we can find him?
Well, I suppose he's probably in the motor bay.
Which would be...
Well, it's down about that way, I suppose-ish. It's in that direction. I mean, I could take you there. What did you come to do to him?
Nothing in particular. We just want to speak with him.
Yeah. Oh. No, we want to either capture him and turn him in, and he'll go to prison for a long time, or kill him.
Yeah, either way, we're taking him with us.
Oh, well, that's good news.
That's why there's going to be a vacuum of power that you can assume.
The Junk Collector.
Exactly right.
Collects another title.
There you go.
Well, why are we getting involved in the local politics of junk world?
I just want to see if he can do it.
No, that Chuckles is right. I mean, whether there's a vacuum or not, we're not sticking around to find out what happens.
I don't care. I'm just planting seeds.
All right.
That's Dandy's
Yeah,
thing.
hey, that is my job.
I'm sorry.
That is my only job.
Dandy's thing is the seeds.
All right, you pump him up.
King Auggie, please take us to Mad Dog so we may murder him.
Well, that was pretty good, but I really do like the Junk Collector, so I suppose we'll just move onward. Yeah, okay. Were you guys looking for anything in particular? Or just killing him or capturing him, I suppose.
Mad Dog himself, but if there's anything of interest on the way...
Well, now that you mention it, I'm a little curious. When we overheard you talking to the guard, they mentioned that y'all aren't fueled by junk anymore because you found some. Oh, yes. Oh, what we did, you may have noticed we're in a bit of a junkyard.
What?
Everyone
You keep saying that. I killed him.
After my learning experience with Grim, I'm trying to be a little bit more accepting of strange comical critters that frustrate us. But my patience it's really wearing thin, fellas. I'm trying.
That could be helpful to us. It might be worth taking a look at if you know anything about it.
Oh, sure. Well, let's just take a quick look. And he'll start you down the hallway and kind of explain certain things about the area, kind of how there's a bit of a triad of junkyard bandit wars, and you sit in like the heart of the power center of the junkyard dogs, and you called them out earlier. But the Howlin' Hooligans and the Backyard Boys are also two other prominent junkyard. Two other prominent junkyard like bandit groups. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have looked at Mikey. It was my critical mistake. Now I can't see him.
Genius.
two other like bandit groupings out in the junkyard. And he kind of explains a little bit of the power struggle, the power dynamic, how there's always been kind of a rotating controller. They've been at odds. But recently, on a pirating mission, the Junkyard Dogs, upon space travel and general mischievery, had come across a defunct ship and had gotten something that had changed the course of the power struggle in the junkyard, and they were working to assume total control. He goes on to explain this as you move down the hallway, but doesn't quite go into detail yet. He doesn't even know himself exactly. He wasn't on that particular mission, as he doesn't go on any missions. But he goes on, and you walk down the hallway and you come across a room. Ooh, look at here. We'll take you into this room first. We can see if there's anything of interest to you in here. But this will show you a little bit of what we've been working with, and see if anything in here is maybe what you were looking for. But this is how we power, our weapons. This is like a bit of an armory of sorts. So if this is something you might be looking for, then let's take a peek.
All right.
And he'll walk up and he'll turn the door handle and push the door open. And he'll just walk up and the door will open like it's a space adventure and not like a
situation.
It's
all mechanical.
Yeah.
Gears and rattling chains,
iron and steel.
There's no Star
he
Trek
pulls
there.
a chain rope and the doors kind of like beetle wing out as they
cool.
raise and split open.
We need those on the Rhapsody.
Note to self.
We just steal doors.
You ain't using these, are you? And you walk into this room and you see it's like kind of like a graded floor. It's very warm in this room. It's very, very warm. And as you walk in, you'll see a couple of things strewn about. On one section, it's a large room, and on one section, and you see he'll even still have the wheelbarrow. And as he moves in with it, kind of just like out of habit, he'll shuffle some of the scrap into a section of the room where there's a large collected pile of scrap. Well, so this is about where we make the ammo for the weapons here, and you can see a couple of nail guns there on the wall, but they shoot hot scrap metal, and that's what we're doing right here in the center. We're just kind of melting it down. It just goes down this conveyor belt. I don't really know why we have it designed in such a U-shaped format. You think they just run it straight at it, but I guess that's why I'm no engineer. I'm just the junk collector. So anywho, and then you just put the
you can stop talking. I'll figure it out. And I just like walk up and I'll just
take a look.
I want to basically sort of investigate and get a sense of like what they're doing and how it works, and if I can try to figure watch the How It's Made episode on this junk conveyor belt.
Roll an
So
investigation
good
check.
for taking
The
naps.
worker approaches the conveyor belt.
20.
What was it?
20.
With a 20, you look at this, and not only can you immediately intuit kind of like what the game plan is here, but there's also like a 50s black and white TV that has one of those Rapture breakdowns of exactly what the the injection does, and it the stick figures. And this room is exactly the type of weaponry, mechanics, the things you would expect to find of what you've kind of like naturally come to know of this area, this culture so far. You see kind of lined on the wall a series of weapons that look... so what they're doing is they're collecting the junk from the junkyard. They're collecting like kind of slightly more high quality scrap of a specific type of metal. They're moving it into a central like melting pot, and they're making hot molten scrap that they can put into these, they can load into these weapons. and like use as hot molten bullets that will fire out at people.
Oh.
And that's how the worker goes from garbage can to garbage can.
Derek. Well done.
Exactly correct.
Yeah.
All right, some kind of... They're using bolters and melting down scrap, and you're saying this is the old tech?
Oh yeah, this is what we used to use in the Junkyard Wars, well, this is still kind of what we arm ourselves with, but the boss has been working on something. They flew out, and this was some time ago now, but they flew out and it said, I mean, they just tell stories around the old water cooler. I don't drink too much water, but sometimes I'm hanging around just around the corner and I listen in. But yeah, they tell stories about the raid they went on. They say it was an Empire ship, and something had taken it clean apart. They never seen damage quite like it. They don't know. I mean, nothing was around. Nothing had salvaged it, and it still had everything on it. That was one of the best hauls they'd ever gotten out in space. But something had blown clean through it. And I mean, that's an Empire ship, you know, and there's not many powers out there can match them. Not even the Saurians, if you believe it. I mean, you know, they're just about toe to toe, but not to just blow them clean apart and leave them without picking them dry. And so, you know, but there they were. They came across just the carcass of this Empire ship, and they boarded it, and they said they found something strange, and the Mad Dog was saying that he was going to change the course of the Junkyard.
Hold on.
Okay.
Do you have to say that whenever you say Mad Dog? Is that part of your like gang initiation?
Well, it's part of his name. It's part of how he introduces himself, you know. So kind of out of respect, when we say Mad Dog, we say the, you know, because he's kind of a mad dog, and there's a bit of a rumor. I'm not one for spreading rumors, but there's a bit of a rumor going around the Junkyard Mountain, and you didn't hear this from me, okay? But he may have the rabies. Space rabies, I'm sorry. Space rabies.
Oh, space rabies!
Space rabies!
Oh!
It's a serious condition. But not if you're an armadillo creature, you know. It's just a normal condition.
That means he's going to die soon.
So mad in a more literal sense.
Well, it's kind of, yeah. No, I mean, he's also quite an angry fella.
Well, I think, on account of the fact that I haven't listened to anything you just said, I think that you're dismissed. You've been very useful getting us here, but I think you can let the professionals take it from here.
We still need him to lead us to Mad Dog. This is just...
I feel like we can figure it out. I feel like Rhett, you know, and Pike can, like, you know, pick up the trail.
What I'm trying to remember is, wasn't that also a show from the early Space 2000s?
What?
The Junkyard Wars?
Oh, yeah. I've binged every episode hundreds of times.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's incredibly interesting how they took all those normal people who claimed to be engineers and whatnot, threw them in a junkyard, and they built like trebuchets out of a old space washing machine.
Yeah, I think it's a little suspicious, and, you know, I feel like it's probably all fake.
But entertaining nonetheless.
Oh my goodness! Dandy! Is that an actual EV bake oven?
Is it? What is an easy bake oven?
Oh. Danny, all you have to do is just add water. We're gonna fix this bad boy up. Hold on.
Is there water on this planet?
Well, we'll have to wait till we get back to the Rhapsody.
So
That sounds fun.
I mean, I'm not as well versed in this as you are, but this all seems pretty low tech compared to what they could find on Empire ships, right?
No, I mean, it's, you know, no surprise they just abandon all this the second they find something legitimate. So, I'm curious to see what they found. So, if you want to take us there, I mean, that could be more valuable than fucking bounty on this crazy rabies guy.
Why not both?
Agreed.
Do we want to take any of these molten trash shooter guns?
I mean, I don't need it. When I tap my.
Do you need one of these?
Oh, I mean, normally they don't let me touch the weapons, just in a case of...
Go on and take one.
Oh, I suppose I could.
And now the worker is ready to take out the trash.
Derek, you're a sharp guy, man. He just never ceases to amaze me.
My favorite part is he sets himself up.
Yeah, he really does.
That's all I'm ever doing. Let's be honest.
It's just a long, winding solo comedy show for Derek. Oh, man.
And you'll see, as he'll accidentally fire off one of the nail guns, I need everyone to make a dex saving throw.
Lord have mercy.
Do I
saving
see?
throw, you
Do I
say?
see this happen, or am I surprised?
You might. I mean, it depends on if you're making your joke.
No, it's not a matter of the joke. It's a matter of my ability.
Yeah, you would see it.
A dirty 20.
Oh!
13.
23?
19.
23.
we're pretty
it's
good.
It's going to be a 17.
And what did you actually roll?
14.
I do not like this.
14 and 10.
I got a 9.
Mm-hmm.
I had a 13, but I actually rolled a 9.
Okay. Oh, what's happening?
No.
The silence is deafening.
All right, so
One of us
anybody
is
who
about to
is
get shot.
over a 15 or over, will just dodge. Anyone who is under 15 will get hit by a ricocheting part of molten scrap, and it'll hit you, and then we'll say it'll ricochet the next person. And you'll take 5 points of hot molten damage. As it... Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I don't handle it normally because nobody trusts me to handle it responsibly.
I can see why.
Stop putting your finger on the trigger.
Oh, I don't know anything about trigger safety.
Hold it on like this.
Oh, like this?
You got it.
No, that's way less cool. You stick your finger in the thing and you hold it and you flash it. You wave it around at everybody.
Point it
And that's how you get everyone's respect.
Yeah, oh.
Point it down. Point it down.
There we go. Yeah, you're a real junkyard dog. Let me hear your war cry. That's horse shit. That's space horse shit.
Oh, I'm so
Let me hear your war cry again for real. Okay, we gotta try some role play. I am Mad Dog. I have looked at you and I've taken your weekly ration of orange and cashew and I've thrown it in the junk pile and stepped on it or whatever.
Oh, he doesn't even eat it.
And no, I didn't even eat it.
Oh, he just steps on it.
Yeah, exactly right. And so now you look at him, you stand up and you say...
Oh, I strongly dislike you, Mad Dog.
Oh, hey, we're making progress.
It's not so bad.
It's not terrible.
I'm gonna look around.
I just go with Red.
You have left and like.
Yeah, I just light up a cigarette and I follow Red.
I'm just looking if I see anything interesting in the room that we're in, like any kind of remotely interesting tech that would be kind of unique to me. I would at least look at it or grab it. But
Roll. We'll keep your investigation check. You roll around. I mean, you look around. You don't roll around. You search the room. We'll say. Very clearly, this is their ammunitions, building, weaponry section, and you'll see a collection of junk, certain other styles of weapons, chains hanging around, some working tools. But as far as you can tell, this is all relatively rudimentary. And you don't see anything that would stand out to you beyond what you would expect them to use in this area.
I look down and I see this box covered by another box, and I brush off some of the junk. I pick it up. Keurig repair kit. I look around, make sure nobody saw me, and I throw it in the forge.
Yeah, just log your shit. Yeah, exactly. And you find that. Yeah.
Are you testing how they make the ammo?
No, I'm just. I wanted to see what would happen if I threw something in the fire.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Oh, it is. It is quite fun. Anyway, if you'd like, we can carry on, and I think we might be able to find your Mad Dog in the motor garage workshop space. If you like.
Lead the way.
Okay.
Is that where the weapon might be?
Well, I don't quite know. They haven't told me anything about it, but I know that he spent a lot of time in the garage working on something, and his inner circle has been in there with him, working on something big, as it were.
While all this has been happening, I've just been listening, taking it all in. At this point, as he's about to lead us further in, I'd like to discern whether or not I believe that he's telling the truth.
You may roll an insight check.
Oh yeah, we never roll insight checks.
21.
We're idiots.
21.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I've just been watching him, listening, soaking it all in, and trying to get a feel for what this creature is talking about.
You experiencing everything that you've been through, even in just probably like the last 30 minutes, like how it feels genuinely as though his like gang mates treat him, what he's been exposed to. You get a definite, genuine vibe from him where he seems almost like kind of out of place in this kind of setting, and interested in helping you. And certainly does not seem to be any friend of theirs, and you get no sense that he harbors any kind of like ill will towards you or has any malintent.
This guy's a criminal mastermind.
It says
I'm figuring out nothing.
Sith Jar Jar Banks.
He's a god.
Darth Jar Jar.
Darth Jar Jar was gonna happen.
This guy's the BBEG. Okay, yeah, well, we continue to follow.
No, you've met the BBEGs on this guy.
I was gonna say, Pike, there's nothing to worry about. We had the exact same plot point that you're trying to sniff out last session. We can't do this twice in a row.
Your patience was wearing thin, trying to remain open to small, annoying creatures.
We're fine.
Ooh. Excuse me.
Got a bit of a cough there.
Ooh, just had a bit of a cough. Ooh.
Can we Star Wars it where we about to leave the room, but then we hear a bunch of footsteps, and like we jump back inside, and then they run past, and then we stick our head back out and continue on.
Yeah,
We're trying to do that.
That happens.
Yeah,
Or
you
that
move
could
to
just
the
not
door,
happen.
and you hear.
Do they look mad doggy when we see them pass?
What do they look like?
Well, they do look like a collection of, kind of, we'll say like kind of animal folk, but very much in a hyena, like
Badass.
vole, but not quite as cute.
Dingo?
Other hedgehog, mole people, and like armadillo creatures, not quite
Real
as
salt of the
clunky.
earth animals.
Yeah.
Meerkats.
Like earthy,
Ocelots.
Groundhogs.
yeah, groundhogs.
Yeah.
Very.
What are the ones that are immune to rabies? Is the
Possums.
Yeah, possums.
The prairie dogs
yeah.
from Rango is
Yeah.
what I'm imagining.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
Prairie
Oh
dogs.
yeah.
Oh, before we go, hold on. I want to seeing that he has this big scrap shotgun. I want to take a big chain with a hook off the wall and hand it to him. You might need this too. Might be a good. You can whip people in and then shoot them in the face.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I'm turning very quickly into just a standard NPC to fucking a roadhog. a rude hedgehog girl said.
Oh,
There it is! You're the roadhog.
You're the roadhog. Oh no!
Monster kill.
Oh!
He'll take the chain with the hook at the end and kind of like wrap it around and tie it around diagonally across his torso, and say, "Okay, well, why don't we go on ahead? We'll see if we can make our way to the ye old garage."
To clarify, all of those creatures that you described that we've seen that are not our boy Auggie, are they much more like vicious and rough Since you said that he kind of sticks out and he's like seems more mellow, or I'm imagining him as like these just really rough edged, mean looking bastards.
They're definitely like snarly, bigger, like visibly like kind of muscly, larger. Yeah, he's kind of like a run to the litter kind of style, like much smaller. If you've seen Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, he's very much like the Chihuahua dog.
No, I'm picturing all of them as like they're animal forms, but they're like Bebop and Rocksteady. Like
perfect.
Yeah,
100%.
They're definitely like beefed out, carrying weapons. Like probably at least like a foot and a half taller than him.
Tank tops.
Real badass.
Like real
tank
like
tops for
thick
miles.
fur coming out of like leather wrap.
Bandoliers.
100%. Just
Boots from Hot
grenades,
Topic.
straps.
Cigars.
Many cigars.
Boots with no laces in them.
Oh yeah.
Cigars are just made of orange peels, though.
Ooh, it's delightful.
Somehow it just smells like citrus as they walk down the hall. It smells kind of
Nice.
Good cigar.
This is real bad customers.
Just a couple of bad eggs, and you can see he's dressed in very similar garb, but like not at all imposing, like almost like a kind of like baby face. Little even like messed up.
This guy's not gonna make it.
Looks
how is he still alive?
Scruffy.
Death flags all over.
And he's got similar boots on, but they're just like a size too big. Like they weren't ever made for him. It was just off the last guy. Those are the distinguishers.
Awesome.
This is literally just the Adventure Time episode where Finn goes into the tree. It's the animal gang with this regular non-flying squirrel, and they all make fun of the squirrel, and he's like the dumping one.
What are you doing?
That's literally the best episode of Adventure Time. I'll fight you. Anyway.
It's incredible.
I'm gonna walk up to Auggie as we're walking. He's leading us, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I'm gonna walk up to Auggie and kind of ask him gently, like, "Are you from here? Are you from this world?"
Oh yeah. I mean, top of the morning. Whoa yeah. Well, this is the same.
You're them.
Yeah.
Like you were born here?
Well, I don't remember it, but I think so.
Were all of the other mad dogs born here?
Yeah, I mean, no one's really supplanted. We wouldn't really you wouldn't too much vacation here in Junkyard World.
Interesting.
There's not quite too much to see outside all the junk.
Have you seen
The
an orange?
oranges are good though, if you like a good orange.
Have you seen an orange tree?
No, they just hand us the oranges. I assume they come from orange trees, but I don't get to see the grove.
Interesting. That is all. Let us go and murder.
Okay. Well, I suppose.
That's the right thinking, Dandy. He'll be fine. He's gonna make it. He's cut out for this kind of world.
Okay.
It's survival of the fittest, and he's very fit.
I just do not understand where they get their oranges.
I'm with you.
Zooms in on a hyper-realistic look.
We are going to get to the bottom of these fucking oranges.
They sloth the goose.
My guess is that they pirate them. There's probably a trade route of fruits that happens to go by this world that regularly gets commandeered.
Junkyard mountain oranges are people.
So you do not think the oranges are from here?
Well, no. Unless they're oranges and cashews. He may have no idea what an orange is. And it's actually a very good chance that it could be the spleen of their enemies, is what they call oranges. And cashews are their little teeth. I mean, it's very possible that this guy has no idea what the fucking orange is. I mean, look at him.
Do you have an orange?
Can I pull an orange out of my
that
hat?
way. I'm gonna.
He pulls out a fucking kidney.
Turns out he didn't know what it was either.
Oh, it's a fruit gift basket that I swiped from that swanky hotel we had the job in.
I'll pick the orange out of it. Is this what you eat? To Auggie.
What is that?
This is
Oh no.
this is an orange.
Oh,
These are.
no. That's not an orange.
What does an orange look like?
Oh, well, it's hard to describe, but it's about that size. But it's more red, and it's a little cute, gamey.
Yeah, those gamey oranges. Real classic.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Okay. Here's another hotel where I pilfered the mini fridge. Like a little plastic baggie of cashews.
This is unironically turning into a nightmare.
I'm trying to. Can you open this for me?
Yes. When I open it.
Just effortlessly.
Are these cashews?
Yes, those are the cashews. Can I have one?
Interesting. Yeah, of course. Eat the whole bag.
Ooh, the whole bag.
When was the last time you ate?
When was the last time?
I feel bad.
Legit.
I feel bad.
Derek is so concerned he got burned
In my bed, I just flashed back to like 20 years ago. And they're like, here, eat this meat. What's this called? Oranges.
The goose gets human Derek left.
When's the last time you ate?
It's his missing pixel static about. When was the last time you ate?
I'm worried about I'm concerned.
The genuine concern in Derek's voice. Oh my god.
We're taking it with us.
Oh, not too long. It's about, I don't know, 5-6 days ago.
Here, eat this orange.
Oh, I don't know. That doesn't look appetizing.
It's very good, I promise.
Well, I'll try it.
And he takes it and just like whole mouths it. Rhyme.
Oh, thank you. Oh, delicious.
He's clearly spit it on.
Oh, this is very kind of you.
Well, I can't wait to see the orange orchards.
Sure, yes. I also can't wait to see Mad Dog and what they're writing.
Oh yeah.
Probably in the big special spaceship room, so why don't you take us there right away with no further delay? I suppose I could take you to the garage.
We've just been walking in a figure eight this entire time.
Now we're just standing in the middle of the hallway. Like, that's it.
Yeah, eating oranges and circling.
Okay, I suppose we could. I was just enjoying my time with my new friends, but we could go to the garage. Anywho, it's along this way.
And he'll carry on down the hallway, and you'll walk quietly for a couple moments. As you approach the end of the hallway, there looks to be a like T shape, like a right turn, a left turn, and as you go, you start to hear voices in conversation that sound like it's coming off to the left. And turn back. Ooh, it sounds like. Ooh, it looks like maybe there's some guards outside of the garage. Ooh, they're not normally stationed there. I don't know quite what to do.
Does he still have the wheelbarrow?
I would say he probably left it in the scrap room, unless you really want to have the wheel. He left it in the scrap room. He does, however, have a scrap shotgun and a hook and a chain with a hook.
No, so we send him in. The pawns go first.
Did he mention, or are we under the impression that that's where Mad Dog is, behind those doors?
He mentioned that he was taking you to the garage. He mentioned that Mad Dog has been spending quite a bit of his time in the garage since whatever this interplanetary excursion was that gained them something along the lines of Empire tech.
So not 100%, but we got a pretty good idea. All right. I think this is our moment. I think we just take out the guards, we go in, guns a-blazing, so to speak, and we bring this guy in. What do you think? No more stealth.
I'm with you.
I am with you too.
Again, let's try not to kill anybody if we don't have to. But
Or Kavir and I can do a little bit of convincing and talk our way out of it.
Through the fucking guards?
You know that I have reality warping powers. I can turn us into growth animal folk pretty easily.
And I guess if they're anything like him, it zooms in again.
Kavir, you think you can pretend to be one of these groundhogs or something? I don't know.
I think I've got a few tricks up my sleeve.
Yeah, pick anything from Sonic, Sonic Adventure,
I look at Red and I say, normally I would never go along with this, but this is going to be really awesome. And 100% kidding. I look at Chuckles and I say, are you sure that you can get the rest of us in? That's the important part.
What I'll do is, I think the plan is we just say, oh, we're here to take over your shift. And then they just go and they enjoy whatever kind of cavalcade of casual experiences they want. And then we just slip in effortlessly.
One hand in my pocket, I'll kind of lean over to Chuckles and I'll say, awesome. And I'll give you like a little and I'll start to like walk around the corner and like let you do your thing and kind of give you good luck.
You got it.
Just tell them they got a new shipment of meat oranges. We'll be on our way.
So then I would try to find like either something like around the corner or maybe like, boxes or something that we could kind of hunker down around to give them the opportunity to do their thing and see how this unfolds.
Roll an investigation check.
I feel like I should help Brett. I'm with Dandy on that intelligence scale.
I will.
What's that, Buck? What do you need?
Investigation check.
What's that?
I got a natural 20. Which gives me a hot 21.
Nice.
The dice have decided. So long this is not like a totally clean, it's by no means like a clean, uninterrupted like area, right? The ground of which you walk on is actually like kind of like cut open, graded flooring. And I would say from here, you would decide that you have probably two options. In the hallway around, there are like piles of scrap. If you wanted to move some aside, you could. The lot of you could kind of find spaces in between and kind of cover yourselves and hide, especially if two of you are going to go do this. Or looking at the ground, you would realize that each section of this flooring is cut in probably about 8-foot sheaths. And you'd be able to lift open a section of the ground flooring and probably step into it and go under the ground. You wouldn't be completely obscured from view, but if you endeavored to be stealthy, you would disappear into the ground flooring, but it is graded.
I would quickly present those options to my friends who are undoubtedly more intelligent than I am.
You said they could move through the.
So we could
flooring?
we could basically hide underneath. It looks like we could lift it up and hide underneath if we're feeling stealthy. We're not completely hidden, but if we're quiet enough, they might miss us. Or we could find the different piles of junk and try to move some things around and hide behind that. And I would explain that quickly to my friends, especially ones that are smarter than I.
I mean, how long you think? Are you guys left already?
No, we're
I'm letting them know the plans as well before they go off and do their thing.
How long is this gonna take?
Oh, it shouldn't take too long. We're very convincing.
You'll probably find out pretty quickly if it doesn't work.
Oh, that's a good point. If we're underneath and we need to quickly spring into action, that might slow us down.
Yeah, I'm thinking if they're gonna be quick, let's just hide behind some junk.
Yes.
Then we can spring into action if they get into trouble.
Done. That's what we decided to do?
All right, Hank. Not a noise out here.
Okay.
Group stealth check. Well, the four that are stealthing, so not you two, but Rep Pike, Bandy, LaBouche. Stealth
You
check.
said stealth.
While they're taking care of that, I turned to Auggie and asked him, Auggie, is there someone normally in charge of guard routes or scheduling maybe, who would normally tell them where to be, when to be?
Oh, well, just Mad Dog. But he's kind of in charge of anything and everything, as it were. We just don't really disseminate power in any other way. It's just, we kind of do what we want, when we want. or when he tells us.
And is there any secret handshake, a signal, something that we may need to know when we're talking with these associates of yours?
Oh, just the classic, when you say Mad Dog, you gotta do that.
Sure.
That's how we know that you're really a Mad Dog. And then you gotta wear the arm patch of the most ferocious animal anyone's ever met.
That's the Mad Dog.
Yeah, for sure.
The Mad Dog patch.
Yes. Okay, how do you feel, Chuckles?
I feel good. Should I boot both of us? Are you good?
You said boot both of us?
Yeah, we're gonna turn into these junkyard folks.
Yeah. Let's. I think that's the best thing.
I think our backstory is that we should be brothers who grew up together, and it's through the power of our camaraderie and our brotherhood is how we survived on this tough planet, as well as being willing to do anything, including commit murder.
That sounds reasonable based on what I've seen. Yeah.
Wonder Shrew powers activate. And I am going to reach into my hat. I'm going to pull out 2 shrew masks, and I'll throw one at Kavir. I'll put one on myself as I use a twinned disguise self.
Excellent.
I need to roll for wild magic. Oh my god.
The hallway erupts into a hellish portal.
Oh, so we will both turn into ratty looking shrews with long, floppy noses with a big bulbous nose at
His
the end.
nose goes right, mine goes left.
Yeah, exactly.
We're brothers.
Okay. Mad Dog.
Mad Dog.
Okay.
You gotta shoot. You gotta shoot.
Stay back. Fucking off.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Chuckles is right. You're staying with us.
Oh, kids. You guys were great.
Oh.
I'll grab him.
What? Your name is Auggie?
Auggie.
I'll be Choggy and he'll be Coggy. We'll walk out. Hey!
Hi there.
Hey!
And you'll walk out and you'll see, we'll say, 2 hyena folk guarding the door. Same imposing leathers, big, muscular. They have those molten rivet guns strapped to their back as you see them standing there guarding the garage. And your shrew outfits are flawless. You've manufactured, you've seen kind of you've been exposed to the stylizations now of this space. You know exactly kind of what to look for, what you're looking to accomplish. You've been able to replicate it pretty well, and they'll say, "Oh, hey, what are you 2 doing here?"
Oh, we're here to relieve you of your guard. You can take your break now. No worries. We're here to stand vigil. I mean, watch.
They just say vigil? I think he did say vigil.
I don't know the meaning of the word. I think you're gaslighting us. I spit on the ground.
They spit as well. What? Oh, are you saying work time's over?
That's right. Right.
Yeah.
Cashrew and Shrookles here.
Choggy and Coggy.
Cashrew, Coggy, and Shrookles, Choggy. Those are our names and our identifications.
This is the most complicated name I've ever heard.
Well, that's because we're the famous Choggy and Coggy brothers, and we like to relieve guards inconspicuously.
It's kind of our thing.
Your disadvantage is going to be so hard that he's just going to keep you rolling until you get a 1.
It's going to be quadruple disadvantage.
Cashrew and Circles. That's us.
That's us. Yes. What we were told by Mad Dog.
Yeah, Mad Dog says it says time to stand down, soldiers.
Yeah. Roll a persuasion check, straight.
Wow. The most generous.
Well, I was gonna give you advantage, but
not after that.
Yeah.
Who's rolling it? Can we decide who's rolling it?
No, if you like, I would feel
persuasion
like, well,
probably should be Kavir.
90% of that.
If you were proficient,
I got a +5.
Oh, I have a +6. Okay.
Yeah. You can twist it.
I'll twist. I'll twist. Okay, well, hold on. 15.
That's not terrible.
15.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I guess it's time we got out of here then. Good luck. Nobody gets in.
That's Jerry Hunt.
Oh, yeah. And nobody will get in, but in case the boss needs to get in. Can you remind us of the passcode?
There's no passcode. You just press the button on the red.
Oh, yeah. I knew
It just
that.
opens.
We were testing you.
That's the passcode. That's the passcode. One not.
Trucos and Cashew are always keeping you on your
Oh,
toes.
man. I see Mad Dog send his best.
Mad Dog.
Sharp as a tack, this toolbox.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're the anti-hacker squad.
Good, boys. We're gonna go outside in the derby and just roll around in the dirt. Yeah.
Right.
That sounds
Come
fun.
join us after we owe you a drink.
Yeah, definitely. The ATVs and rolling and all that.
Oh, yeah. Roll Tide. Roll Tide.
What the?
Auburn fans now.
Like-minded heroes taking the door. Okay.
And they shuffle off miraculously. And they walk down the hallway. You'll all hear as they start to move past. You'll hear them approach with the heavy footfalls as they move. This all knows say Space Alabama.
You know, it's so funny you said Roll Tide, because I was going to say that they were, instead I was going a different direction. I was going to say they're all wearing Tap Out and Affliction t-shirts.
That's really funny. And they start they move down the hallway and they bump into each other accidentally and they start, hey, fuck you, oh no, fuck you. They start kind of shoving each other back and forth as they make their way back down where you all came from. And then they start making out with each other. They say, it's ironic. I mean, just joking, of course.
This is we're getting right, and I'm like, who could have seen that coming?
The hyenas are like licking each other's ears. I like your eels.
As soon as they are out of sight, I would be looking for the two of them to be like, you know.
But we're so in character, we're just standing there.
We're just standing there.
Come on.
Oh, we took care of the backyard boy.
Those weren't the backyard boys.
You've been waiting to set that up a long time.
No.
You know what?
Oh yeah.
I will, hustle in.
Yeah, we
with Hank.
make our way over.
Come on, Auggie, let's go.
Oh, I suppose I could. Oh, I've never been in the garage before. This would be so exciting for me.
You've never been in the garage before?
No.
When was the last time you ate?
It was about 5 or 6 days ago.
If you're feeling all right, LeBoon.
Short-term memory loss.
I'm hungry.
Oh, hold on a second. You've reached Cashew and Trucos. No one gets in, says the boss. Oh, no, this always happens to me.
Shut up, Auggie, you big dumb idiot.
Oh, nice roleplay, Camille. Yeah, you lose your horns rising through it. Oh, something's happened, guys. They were supposed to scare the horns away, but instead they're even meaner guards here. We will never get past them.
It's just Chuckles and Kavir.
I'll lean down and go. I'll look at Kavir and go, and I'll high five him. And then I'll just press the button and we'll open the door.
We'll walk ahead, sort of in front. Like going in.
Yeah. And we'll leave. We have an hour of this, so.
As the doors once again kind of beat a wing open as they spread out and up, the chains pulling them from top and the bottom simultaneously. You walk in, and what spreads out in front of you is a massive garage of sorts. Around all edges of it, you can see similar styled cars that what you saw spinning and riding outside. ATVs, slightly larger ones, size of like dune buggies, like, you know, kind of like warthog style cars. Like from Halo, not like warthogs you're driving them, but like, you know, warthog style cars, slightly bigger than that. Lot of collections of that same kind of like machinery, diesel punk style vehicles. You once again get that familiar kind of like oil, heat, iron smell hangs in the air. But there's something present in this room that's not existed anywhere else so far in the junkyard, and it's a very mild pressure on you. Very mild.
Like gravity type of thing?
Like kind of just it's a very similar kind of sense, almost to the force you encountered beneath the ice.
I was just gonna ask.
Oy vey.
Like when we were in the blackness?
Without the impending sense of dread.
That's nice.
I feel home. You would look, and you would see that in the center of this room, so their vehicle is lined all around, there's a giant bay door at one end that looks like it would go up. It's absolutely massive. It's 4 or 5 stories tall. And you can see, not too far in front of you, you're kind of in a doorway off to the side, like a little bit shrouded in the shadows to the back. There's a ladder that takes you up to a series of gangplanks that walk around a central metal construction. And it looks almost just like a mound of scrap, a mound of metal, as you look out there. And you see that if you were to walk up, these gangways take you around to different sections of this structure. And it looks like if you've seen any Gundam show ever, you walk the gangways to get to them to work on the mechanics, and it looks like that might hold true here.
Like scaffolding at certain tiers.
And it's about it's looks to be about 4 separate tiers.
Each with their own central platform?
Central platform. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 separate elevated tiers, but 4 prominent gangways that stretch out.
Oh, okay.
2 with a central section. And then they each spread out on either side of this large metal construct.
Feeling this pressure and hearing Rhett make a comment about it, I will take one last drag on my cigarette, let it drop to the ground, and put it out with the heel of my shoe, and just kind of look at him with a concerned look, and acknowledge that I've heard him.
Do you feel that too?
This sensation of pressure?
Yeah. Feels like the temple.
I noticed that too.
And I want to look up and around and see, is there anything mechanical that the scaffolds are like next to? Or is it sort of like empty? Meaning like, if it's like where the Gundams would stand, is there anything Gundam-esque standing there?
The scaffolds run parallel to this giant hunk of metal in the stand. So every opening in the scaffold looks like a space you would stand and potentially gain access to this giant mound of metal that's in the center.
Oh.
They all run parallel to the same structure.
I feel contractually obligated to walk up and hold onto the railing and look up at the scaffolded machine, whatever it is, and go,
Metal Gear!
Damn it.
I know that was a joke, but as you look upward, you'll notice from the top of from the very top, one may even think you'd have to climb the ladder all the way, but from the very top of this mound, you see the faintest blue glow.
I'm too stupid. I'm a boosh. I can't suggest the stuff that I want to suggest.
Speaking of that, that's a real tall ladder. Something's up there. Shall we? Are you going to do it?
Yeah, let's head up.
Oh, I see what you're
What a
doing.
Come back in 5 minutes.
No, I'm not gonna do it. You can do it. You just go up
Died
there.
on a tree frog.
We all. Oh no, you don't proceed. I thought we were gonna. You don't want
Well, we're on the ground.
Okay.
Do we all see this blue glow?
Let's say if you would look up, it's not incredibly noticeable, but if you were to look up, you would catch. Like if you were to even like give it more than just a passing glance, you would catch it.
Would I get the sense, with my experience being like a combat engineer and like repairing giant like tank vehicles and stuff like that, like this scaffolding being around this hunk of metal, would it feel like this is all set up to work on, or to gain access to whatever the hell this hunk of metal is?
Yep.
What the hell is this?
Roll a history check. I don't say like roll a mechanics check. I don't know.
I can
What-
make
what are you
roll
good
a
at?
Intelligence check plus modifier.
like a tool check, like a.
Oh.
Yeah, roll it. I don't know. You got that? Roll a tool check.
Well, you can choose like a if it's related to.
It's related to like engineering equipment.
Yeah. Okay. So
Performance?
that would be
It
int and then
doesn't
double
need to
my
be on the
proficiency.
character sheet.
Yeah, I was gonna
If
say-
it's relevant, it's relevant.
Yeah, it's gonna be int plus proficiency at least.
Should I twist it?
What'd you get?
Yeah. We want to find out what the fuck
Yeah,
this is.
yeah, for sure.
So because it's a tool thing, I double my proficiency because I'm an artificer.
Oh.
That's cool.
20.
Wow.
You look up at this mound of metal. You look towards the top. You see that there's scaffolding that runs to it, and you would think potentially something. There's clearly some space on this structure that they would want access to, that they would want work on. Now you've collected parts from this area. You've been in their weapon room. You've seen how they work on things. You've seen the energy source that they use. You've seen the type of steam diesel engines they bring to bear. It is incredibly odd that the power source they would be using here, if that's what you're presuming it is, would give off a blue glow. You would expect it to be molten,
Like orange.
red, in that kind of like the glow of heated metal.
That glow. What the fuck did they find?
Have we seen blue glows in
Yeah.
our recent past?
The gigantic planet-killing beam, I think, was blue.
I just thought I'd ask.
Oh,
wasn't it?
Maybe the robot dude that fought the Weaver.
Yeah.
I think it was
The
called him
Knight?
the
We should've
Knight.
asked about him.
What about him?
Is that true? Does that stand to reason?
They shot. What you saw from them was when they were dropping out a series of like planet, like exploratory warships that were battling across the planet. And then what you saw was a blue beam dropping out of the air, but it was to summon the Knight. And so he made planet fall through that blue beam dropping onto the ground.
Oh, that's cool.
And then when he battled the Weaver, when you had left in the Space Whale, disguising the Rhapsody, you then saw them shoot basically a Star Fox B missile into the planet, and it was like a hard missile into an open core that
I
detonated
see.
the planet.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
I mean, I've seen a lot of blue energy in my day from various places, but for them to have access to it, whatever the fuck they found is probably beyond their comprehension.
And this is really scratching at you. So, something about this is so eerie to you. It makes it feel so out of place. It feels extremely familiar, but you can't place it.
Feels like I know it. We gotta take a look. All right, Hank, hold on. I'm gonna pick Hank up and pass him to the arms on my ether engine, and Hank will just be like floating, being held by the arms.
Yeah.
It's just the arms that's holding it under the chin.
I would even say
Perfectly
Hank
balanced.
has an attachment that allows him to like zip onto you.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
The claws will actually like snap in. Like
He can, like-
there's snaps
Like
that'll
Rush,
like
like
wrap-
Rush.
yeah, like
100%. 100%.
like snap into place on your back. You know, even mounted on your shoulder.
The only way up's ladders. Like these ladders built
What was
up?
that?
The only way up are these ladders along the...
Yeah, there are ladders along the room that runs up, but the only way up are these ladders that go up the gangplanks. You'd also know, I didn't mention this, but you'd also know at this stage No one is in this room currently, though it seems. No one is actually in here. Yeah. Well, you can look at the gameplay's in the same way. They're like the floors aren't like solid metal; they're graded, so you can look up. You have a pretty good grasp of this room in its totality, and it looks pretty open.
As we look up, I'll be holding my flamethrower, and I'll look at Kabir and nudge him, and I'll say, "Cashew, bro, you feel that?"
Sure do, Chuggy.
No, it's Shrugles now.
Shrugles, sorry, Shrugles.
I thought it was way cooler. Man, we've lived on this planet our whole lives, and I've never seen any blue glow like that before.
That's because it's only been an hour.
Yeah, you're right. We should probably take a look. Figure out what boss is up to.
Agreed.
I'll follow. But I'm just gonna step. And I'll just be rattling like the shrew guy, but just on the side of the...
I don't even think I would care if anyone was coming with me. I would, like, the second that I felt that kind of like gnawing, I would start going up the ladder.
I would just walk up.
And that's a great way to describe it. Something is gnawing at you. Something you can't quite shake.
What is this?
You have a really eerie, unsettling feeling. Almost this giving you swoosh bumps. It's making your skin crawl a little bit.
I hate swoosh bumps.
Yeah. It's something is just standing out. Something is not quite right about this, but not once again that impending dread kind of way.
Not
just
like in a cosmic horror kind
not
of
in a
way.
cosmic horror way in the slightest. Just in like this is a very odd, reminiscent pressure that seems very familiar. And who's right behind Red?
I wouldn't let him go by himself.
Yeah.
The second I can tell he's very concerned, and I'd have his back.
And what is your intelligence?
+1, but you want the actual number? It's like probably
12.
11.
No, that's fine.
Or
It's 12 or 13. If it's
it is 12.
Got it. So you all start to ascend, right? And you go rung after rung after rung.
Is my brain gonna explode? What's gonna happen?
As you go up, you're climbing the gangplank. You pass that first section. You can see a little bit more clearly now that the gangplank that runs out in all directions, kind of as you continue to ascend, moves to either sides of this large heap of metal. And you start to get a sense at this level in particular that this isn't like just a mound of a collection of junk. These are large, smooth panels of hardened metal.
That's
concerning. So this is definitely a large construct. And you can see kind of on either side here what looks to be cutouts, almost in a rectangular form. They're covered currently, but they look like bays of some sort. Something can either be input or potentially extends out. And that's what you would see on this level. You would continue to move up and up and up and up until you get to the top level. And you can see now that this is like layers of sheet metal that are woven together that all kind of interweave and interlock as they extend back from maybe what you would consider the front of this section and move backwards towards yourself. You can see at this stage that there is that faint blue glow, but is currently just cut off by one of the sheet metal sections. And you might think that if you were to move along the gangway to one of those spots and you were to endeavor to try and open it, you would be able to try that.
I do so.
Do we really think that's a good idea? Just I like see him kind of walking towards it.
How like, what am I feeling right now in like seeing this? Like, would it spark creativity or not creativity, but like curiosity, or would it be more of like a
obsession or enthrallment?
I don't know. What do you think?
I would say at this point, you would feel sure that you know what it is.
I know what this is.
And you would be extremely invested in confirming it.
If for any reason you would need help, like prying this thing open, I wouldn't even hesitate. It's very much in my nature to fuck with shit that I don't understand, especially if he like needs help. I would just, however I could aid him in figuring out what it is, I wouldn't even hesitate. Even if it's the stupidest thing I've ever done.
I would. Is it like a seam, like a?
Yeah, they're like overlapped,
right?
Almost sheets of large panel of metal.
Okay.
Yeah, like a weave.
Yeah.
Almost like a giant. I don't know what Omnistar is, but like that kind of. Like a shell that kind of like,
Yeah.
Like a nautilus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna walk up. I know what this is.
Okay.
And I'll be muttering to myself, not really telling anybody. And then I'm gonna walk up, and I wouldn't stop Pike if he was right behind me, but I would like get to the seam. I would take both of my hands, and then the two of the robotic hands would grab in, and together we would all pull.
So you run up to the top of this structure. And there are sections of it that have kind of been covered in like cloth, maybe keeping it free of like the elements getting at it. Though it's a pretty sealed garage, but you imagine if the door were to swing open, anything like that, like the air, the dust could blow in and kind of it wouldn't mesh very well with the metal. Roll an athletics check with the help of Pike.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Hold on.
It's probably +0 if I had to guess.
+6.
Whoa!
Damn, bitch.
Oh, is that a proficiency thing?
He's stabbed. It's right, and it does what it says on the tin.
I'm a soldier, after all.
Oh, that's a great
actually,
point.
Stupidly, just for thematics, went with a good bit of strength.
That's pretty fucking awesome. Well done.
Well, fuck, what happened to it? It was +6, so I'm gonna twist it.
Do you have advantage? Wait, advantage?
Oh,
Advantage.
Yeah, advantage. Because Pike's helping.
Pike's helping.
That's one better. Hold on.
Wolf.
I'm twisting.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, one better again.
It's fate, man. It's fate.
14.
That's not bad.
With a 14, with Pike's help, and you're trying, and this is hardened steel. This isn't just like shitty scrap iron that you found. This is a thick layer. You start to get your hands around this. This is like a chunky piece of metal that you're trying to separate. But between your metallic robotic arms come down and you start to pull, and Pike runs up on the other side and starts to pull back, and you are able between the two of you to rip this section of metal open and separate a little bit of the opening. And it's immediately then that you see it, and you fall back in shock. You let your hands go instantly, and what you're looking down at is what looks incredibly like your graviton ether engine, but 10 times the size. And where yours is in a perfect spherical, almost artistic encapsulation of a perfect, like, dying star, this is chaotic and crackling and has warbling sections, and energy is kind of like crackling off in different directions.
As this is open, does the pressure increase on us? The feeling of pressure?
I would say as you got to this level of the gangplanks, it increased as you moved ever closer to it. But you now realize that it is just the gravitational pull coming off of this energy core.
I fall back. How the fuck? There's no way. This is bad. This is real bad.
Does it being blue versus Rhett's purple give any indication? Is that something that would alarm you?
Roll one more engineering check.
Okay. I like this check.
I wasn't trying to ask for Rhett.
I think that's fair.
I
I
think
think
you would have thought that.
There we go. Natural 20.
Oh yeah.
31. Something to say.
31. Yep.
Jesus.
It's dark matter.
Even with how
We win.
shocking
Game over.
this would be, right? No one can wield Ether Dwarf technology aside from an Ether Dwarf. No one. It's proprietary tech. They keep a very strong hold on it. You would think two things very quickly. This seems choppy. If an Ether Dwarf had made it, it would be perfect. It would hold its form without issue. And it was found aboard, or you would draw the assumption that it was found aboard an Empire ship, scavenged from them. And you would think in this moment that it was not unwise to draw a conclusion that this is a very sloppy attempt at recreating Ether Dwarven technology in a poor format, possibly containing a quarter of the energy that your Ether engine manifests at 10 times the size.
So it's like, is it safe to assume that it's not actually powered by Ether, but they have some other energy source that they're running through, like, the engine, or you
would assume that this itself is like the energy core that they're using to power this structure.
I see.
But it is it is definitely clear that it is an attempt at reproducing Ether Dwarven technology to use Ether to build it, but not anywhere near the expertise that an Ether Dwarf would have applied to it.
Red, tell me this thing is stable or something.
It's anything but.
What is it?
They're trying to recreate Ether Dwarf tech, and they're not even fucking close. The things that they're playing with, and I'll sort of point to the swirling like dark matter black hole that's in my engine, being powered by the sort of tanks of ether on my in my engine on my back. It's proprietary. I couldn't even give away the secrets if I wanted to.
Why not?
Because I'd die.
Oh!
And so I don't know if the Empire, they're trying to fucking recreate it, and somehow the Empire lost track of whatever the fuck that is. I mean, this thing could fucking... It doesn't look very stable, and...
Does it look like it could blow at any second? Or is it like it's maintaining its shape somehow, right?
Yes, like, it does look like it's maintaining its shape. I mean, I'd say the 31, you would be able to understand this very. It's almost like looking at like a crate of dynamite, where you're like, well, it's not gonna just blow on its own. But it's not necessarily. I wouldn't just like chuck it at a wall.
That's a great description.
Until the dynamite starts sweating.
Yeah, until the dynamite starts sweating. Like, you could move it, you could take it into a mine, you could light it, but you're damn sure you want to be 100 yards away.
If this thing does go, what are we talking? Like a mile radius or like 1,000 miles?
Or the whole planet?
It's hard to say. I mean, I've never seen Empire tech even fucking close to this similar to what I know. I mean, I can have to get a closer look, but I mean, it's dangerous. It looks like it's holding its shape, like it's not going to explode on its own, but they have no fucking idea the powers they're dealing with.
So is it more dangerous to leave it here with them?
I think, given enough time, and if Mad Dog is as fucking mad as they say he is, it's only gonna end in fire.
Mad Dog has space rabies. He's mad.
And it's as you say this that the doors downstairs swing open. You hear the familiar pull of the chain as the doors swing open, and you see, clad in leathers, a imposing, big for an armadillo. I mean, he's 4'6", 200 pounds.
Oh wow!
But he walks in.
Rose for UC Davis.
And Rose for UC Davis.
Something got flipped in there somewhere.
And you hear him call out. Oh well, it's time to get the armadillo up and running. And he pulls. A rope towards the bottom, and the shroud that's been covering this shape falls off to the wayside, and you see a massive stained steel giant armored dillo machination with a graviton energy core at its center as the cascades fall away. And the old Junkyard town will be ours! And that's where we'll end the session.
Oh, man!
It's not good.
Well done.
Or it's great.